Late Frame Podcast. Yeah, mic check, frame check, air out. Late Frame Podcast. In the house. Cars tucked, trucks drive. Scene talk, show coverage non-stop. We talking laid out rides with the rockers on the ground. Big Billy wheels when the sun goes down. Back trucks hitting switches in the show line. Paint so wet, looking like it froze time. From the garage, build dreams to the trailer queens. Mini trucks, OBS, customs on the scene. Stories from the road, late nights, long hauls. Parking lot legends, posted by the walls. Late Frame Podcast. We talking that scene. Laid out cars and trucks, looking too clean.
Hey everybody, welcome to the pod. You're sideways, Jimmy. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host. Yeah, you're sideways. I am your host, Holy. There you go.
Now we got Jimmy.
There we go. I'm your host, Holy Moses. In the middle, we have Honda West, and on the end, we have the Bearded Beauty. And in the house tonight, if you follow his page and you like crazy ass artwork, we want to welcome Mean Mug Pistons from Texas, Mr. Jimmy Garcia.
Yeah, that's me.
What up,
What's
man?
going on, Jimmy?
So,
What's
dude,
up, guys?
me and the Bearded Beauty follow your page. You know, I love the work you do, and tell us what got you into doing what you do, man. Because, man, dude, it's got to be a tedious job to make those look the way they look.
It's not. I mean, it was tedious at first, but now it's just for me, it's just like writing. I mean, just like writing a letter in cursive.
Oh, okay.
What got me in it was COVID.
Oh, really?
For people that don't know, I'm an actual my day job or my career is I'm an auto body technician, and like in other words,
nice.
I
Welcome
actually
to the club,
I own
buddy.
a body shop. I own a body shop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, as of right now, I'm actually sitting in one of my main rooms of our body shop. I would be
That's
in my
cool.
studio, but the actual Wi-Fi is taking a crap on me in my studio.
Really shitty. Oh, okay.
So I have to sit in this other conference room that we use as a conference room. We also use it as a church, but we can get to that later down the road.
Oh, okay. Cool.
What up,
What up,
Nico?
And stuff.
That's
So
badass.
originally I worked for Caliber Collision for like 13 years. I was a production body man, lead tech. Like I had every certification you can think of. And then, COVID hit, 2020 hit, and if you're in a collision business, you still have to go to work, but there was no work, especially here in Central Texas. So, I think I think I didn't touch a car for almost like a month and a half. So during that time, we were just sitting there, and I got trapped into just watching YouTube and just doom scrolling, and I got to the point to where I was like, man, I got to do something because idle hands are devil's playground. And, me
shit.
being in sobriety, like I had to make sure that I was keeping my mind busy. So I started with making tiki heads. I had, because I have plasma cutters, I got torches, I have all the welders, anything you can think of as far as fabbing, like I had it at the shop.
What up?
What's up, Rusty?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
so
man.
So I just started making tiki heads first, and then I made little little bombers out of acetylene caps, like the acetylene gas
shit.
caps. Yeah,
Right on.
I made little shark bombers, like the old 1940s like airplanes and stuff. So I started making some
Right.
of
Yeah.
those, and then I got to the point to where I was like, man, you know what? I think I'm good in the weld art and stuff, and I was like, I wanna challenge myself more. And I remember growing up in the shop, like we always had like I grew up around. My dad's an old hippie, so I grew up around bikers, like Hell's Angels. I grew up around like the Peckerwoods. I grew up around a lot of like the Harley Davidson guys and hot
Oh,
rods.
shit.
I was,
Nice.
my dad was really big in the whole, Central Texas, like Harley Davidson and motorcycle scene more than the actual hot rod scene. So growing up, my dad always had, acquaintances that would come to the shop and hang out. And anyways, I remember one of his buddies. His name was what was his name? His name was Buck. He was an old school drag racer, a Harley Davidson drag racer. And I remember one of his mechanics told me that in the 60s and 70s that he knew a guy that at the hot rod shows that will put faces like on pistons. And for some reason, I didn't. When I was sitting down, scrolling to trying to find something new, that story popped in my head. I was like, I remember that guy telling me. I was like 14, 15 years old when this guy told me. And as I was, scrolling, I remember that story, and I was like, well, you know what? Let me Google piston art or piston faces, whatever. So I Googled it, and he's a good buddy of me. He's a good buddy of mine now. He's on Instagram also. We call him the Godfather because he's the one that kind of like brought it to social media, and he goes by Piston Face. His name's Doug, and he goes by
Okay.
Piston Face. So I reached out to him. I did a little message in 2020 of like, I think like of March or April, asking him,
Dude.
and asking him if he could, give me some like insights of what he used and stuff. Because I gave him the story. I was sitting down on my hands and I needed something to do whatever. And
Monica Linda says, "Go, James."
yeah, and then I think it was like I think like 4 days, almost a week passed, and then he messaged me and just gave me like just the bare minimum. Like he just
Oh,
gave me
okay.
just like just the
The
bare basics
basics.
of what he uses, what's he using. That's all I needed. Because of me and the way I
Wow.
grew up and how my brain works, I'm a visual learner. Like
Oh, so it was more hands-on.
yeah,
Some more
like
hands-on style.
Same.
I'm a 1000% visual learner. Like I can look at pictures, I can look at a video for like maybe for like
Well, there
5
you
or
go,
10
Rusty.
minutes.
Go send it to him.
Yeah, there you go, Rusty.
There
Send
you
them
go,
some
Rusty.
Pistons.
Send them all your pistons.
Like for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll figure out how to start it. And so in
Nice.
2020,
Oh, okay.
Instagram wasn't doing 3-minute videos. They're only doing 15-second videos or pictures.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah, I remember that.
during
Yeah, it was
COVID.
quick. Yep.
So I had to watch 15-second videos like for like 20 minutes to 30 minutes just to kind of see how he was doing things. And so I just started picking it up, and then I had a buddy of mine that worked at another caliber, and he's an actual drag racer. Him and his father-in-law are, and I asked him if he had any pistons, and he gave me 8 out of a 5.3 motor, and
Oh, shit.
the rest is history. Like I started with
Oh,
8,
wow.
and then I
Alright.
was just making them, and they were ugly. Like they were horrible. Like I
Well,
look at them now, and I'm
Rusty's-
like they're horrible compared to now. But at the time, when you get into when your artistic side of your mind starts opening,
Hell yeah.
it starts seeing things. You're like, oh, this is amazing. This looks good. Like this is something that I've never tapped into.
So you were
then
just literally taking them and making and just looking at them and going, "Oh shit, I can see this thing smiling back at me."
yeah.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
And so I just started. So what I was doing, I would go on to my buddy Doug's page, and I would see his stuff. And if you actually go back into 2020, 2021, you can see that I was kind of using his style as a template just to kind of get things going. Because my whole intention was not to sell anything. My intention was just
Oh,
for me
okay.
to stay sober. Like I needed something to
alright.
keep my urges at bay. Because
Well, fuck,
I'm a power lifter, and then I was a body man. So the two things that actually helped me were closed. Like the powerlifting gyms were closed. I couldn't go to the gym, and then there was no work, and so I didn't really have anything else to do. So I was trying to figure out things. So I just started. I was like, you know what? Let me just tap into this and start making some things. And then I think it was like I think it was like my 10th one. My wife was like, why don't you post it on your Instagram, like my personal page? And I was like, hell, I ain't gonna post this on Instagram. It's ugly, this, that, whatever. And she was like, no, it looks good. You never know. And like somebody might like it. And I was like, okay. So I posted one, and that's all it took,
And that
bro.
was it.
That was it.
Damn.
And the first one
Nice.
that got sold was to one of my primos.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
he bought it. Yeah, he bought it.
Oh,
He bought
that's
my
tight.
first. He bought my first one, and then it was like,
So my question is this: with that, with building your art, helping you get through being sober and getting to that point in your life where like, hell man, I'm working out, I'm getting stuff done, I still got to conquer that and still need to get over that hump, and that took you over and made you to where it's at. But do you feel that was it harder to come up with ideas even though you had the basic platform, or was it more different to come up with a whole different version of like your version of what he was already doing?
Yeah. At first it was because I did not want to copy. I did not want to be known as, oh, yours looks just like so and so's. Like,
Okay.
oh, you're a carbon copy of him or whoever. And at
Yeah.
first I started getting it, but then I was like, I have to figure out a way to create my own
What up,
style.
CJ?
Like I had to figure out a way to do it. And so I
Okay.
just started, it's being an artist and actually tapping into your artistic side, even in being a body man, because I was a body man. And so if I allowed me being a body man or auto body technician and a painter, I tapped
What up, baby Hulk?
into that knowledge to allow me to see what I needed to do. Like I needed to figure out my own style. And
Oh
so
wow.
so what I did, I was okay with failing. I told myself I'm gonna fuck up, and if I do, I do. Oh well. Like nobody knows because
What up,
Dude,
Matt? What up,
nobody's
Noel?
doing his artwork.
but here's my part on this. I would like to like it'd be cool to have a piece from your earlier where it has a mistake, and then later on going, dude, I'm like, I got one of his earlier pieces that you're not gonna, from what it is, because
Yeah,
it's always the rare pieces that are mistakes that people want the most when it comes to certain artwork. But I think to have an earlier piece of yours and a newer piece would be like, look at where it started to where you evolved to now. It's something that's kind of, I kind of feel like it snowballed for you from as soon as you got hooked.
yeah.
You know.
It actually did. The reason why it snowballed is because I'm not afraid to ask, and I'm not afraid to go for things, to go for
Okay.
something that I know that all it's going to take for me to ask. Like if my dad from the as young as I can remember, my dad always told me, he goes, always ask. If you want something, if you need a tool or you want something going on, ask. What's the worst that they can do is tell you no. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me start asking some of these machine shops around town to try to get more pistons and this and that, whatever. And man, I hit up my buddy at Texas Speed and Performance. It's a pretty big, you know, um, engine builders and stuff. And literally a year before COVID hit, my truck blew a lifter, so I had to buy a whole new DOD delete kit for my
Oh
truck.
shit.
And so I
Yeah.
still had the salesman's email in my email. So then when COVID hit, I was like, man, you know what? Let me email this guy and see if he has any pistons that he can give me from his business, and
Oh, that are like
just
okay.
to ask, because I know they'd
Hell
be
yeah.
good motors. And so I sent him an email, and then I sent him a message on Instagram because I found his Instagram,
What
and
up?
I messaged him,
What
and
up,
then sure enough,
CJ?
man, he messaged me back, and he was like, man, you know what? I showed my the boss and the actual manager, and they said that they were more than happy to give you some pistons, but you have to make us three for us, like as a barter.
Nice.
So I was like, bet.
that's
They were like,
that's
we'll come pick them
that's
up.
always an awesome giveaway right there. Like, hey, we'll give them to you, but you got to make this three. Like, all right,
Yeah.
cool, I got you. It's
And
like
so,
no
so I
problem.
did. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, when can I go get them? He goes, whenever you want to drive up here. So, they're in Georgetown, Texas, which is from my house, or at the time was about an hour drive. And I was like, it
Oh,
won't take
okay,
me that long. Like I'll
that's
be
not
there.
bad.
No, it's not. So I drove up there. And I met my buddy. His name's Russell. I met him, and I met all the engine builders that are in Texas Speed, and like the badass dudes. And I met the Godfather that builds all the motors and stuff. He goes by, they call him the Pope, and they gave
Okay.
me
What
15
up, Franklin?
pistons.
Oh shit.
Nice.
They gave me 15
Nice,
pistons,
dude.
and I made three of them out of them, and then I got back to them within a month, and then
That's cool.
the guy Russell was in charge of the social media, and so he posted it on TikTok, and that's when TikTok was barely starting to get pretty big.
Real
And
quick, Rusty he wants to know how much they're going for. But at the end, Rusty, he's going to give you a price.
Yeah.
He's going to give you a price right now, but at the same time, at the end of the show, we'll give you his Shopify.
Read the next one.
Oh, so if I gave you 8, can I get one for free? That's Rusty's question.
He's willing to send you 8 for one.
He just wants to know how much at the same time.
Yeah. Well, they start off at $400 plus shipping.
Oh shit, that's not bad.
And then the most expensive one that I have goes for $2,200.
Oh shit.
God,
Wow.
damn.
Oh, well, hold
200.
on. Do you have one of those that you can show us?
The 2,200 one?
Yeah.
Or the
I
400?
would love to see what one of those.
The one right here is $400 plus shipping.
Damn.
That's pretty dope for 400.
That's still badass, but like
Yeah.
I want to see that 2,200. Like, is that a special customized one?
It's one of my urns. I make urns out of pistons.
Oh,
What?
damn.
I want to see that now.
Cool.
Yeah.
I so want to see that.
Yeah, I'm in
That's
the process.
a
I'm in the
fucking
process
urn?
of making one right now as we speak for this guy's dad. He was a diesel mechanic for I think he said 45 years, and his dad passed away, and he has his
So you
dad's
got a big
ashes.
old diesel piston?
Yeah, it came out of I think a Cummins. I think it's an N15 piston.
Okay.
It's probably about I think it's about like 7 inches, 8 inches tall, and probably like 5.5 inches in bore. And
Bruh.
the actual piston itself is probably about 8-9 pounds by itself and stuff. And so I actually, I don't drill any holes into the actual piston. I actually carve the faces and stuff into the actual piston, and then I actually seal an actual bullet into the mouth, and then on the top of the piston, I drill out a hole to where I can screw in a seamless plug, and then they can pour the ashes in it, and then the bottom of the whole piston is sealed up completely. So the actual piston itself is the urn.
Oh,
That's
that is so
fucking
cool.
Yeah.
Man, where were you, man?
Sucks to be all my kids. This is what I want you to go do. Reach out to this dude.
Shit, dude, I might.
I die tomorrow. Shit, this is what we're doing.
When your wife's right
Yeah.
here.
Shit, dude,
You're dying with me. Sorry.
Shit, man, I might have to hit you up later on and have you make a remake of one for my dad.
Yeah.
Like, that's badass.
But
Man.
then but any of the pistons that you have or I have can be turned into urns, so they don't have to be the big diesel
a
ones.
big diesel.
Oh, okay,
piston.
all right.
A big diesel one. The only reason why I do the diesel ones or that are expensive is because they're bigger and there's a lot more material, and it takes more to actually carve and stuff. And me personally, if it was my choice, I'll always do diesels. Just because there's more material and I can actually go to town on detail and
So it's a bigger canvas.
Yeah.
it's a bigger canvas and it's thicker, so I have more material to actually do like more in depth with teeth and faces and eyes and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
He's going to get all sorts of business today.
Marcus, guys, I'm going to tell you guys right now. Here's the announcement. He has a Shopify. You want to get at him? We're going to give it right now. What is your Shopify, Jimmy?
My Shopify is Mean Mug Pistons on Shopify.
There you go, guys. You heard it right now.
Easy.
But
At the end of the night,
Shopify.
throughout the night.
Hold on.
But the thing
Sorry
is,
about
if
that.
you actually the Mean Mug Pistons are personal custom orders, so you have to direct message me personally. I don't.
There you go, guys. You heard it right
because
there.
the only reason why is because these Mean Mug Pistons, they have been really they're custom. Like people, I actually talk to the people like either on the phone, or we do actual video, like we do like this, like video calls.
Yeah.
And
So
actually
each
speak
one
to
is
them.
personalized. Each one is a
Each one
personalized.
is personalized.
Dude, that's badass.
Each one, the person will message me or will do a video call, and then they'll actually tell me exactly what they want and how they look like it and what kind of shell they want, and then if it's an actual urn, then we get down to the brass tacks of like, okay, what was their dates? Is there a special name? Was he in the military? Wow. Do you want to do his actual like the I don't know what it's called, the
dog tag
down stripes and
okay, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. I'm telling you guys right now.
That's the Shopify. So if they go into Shopify, basically where it says name, email, phone number, comments, that'll get to you then?
Yeah, that will get to my email. But if they actually want to speak to me directly, like me, direct message me on either my social media page. The email it just takes a while for me to actually go through every email and get it and whatever. But
so
if you
pretty
actually
much like Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Okay. And I'm telling you guys, the work, and he has it right there, which is fucking badass. And I really did want to ask you before you already said it, how you got the bullet into his mouth. So, and my custom one would be a bullet in the mouth, but kind of like chinky eyed, like like he's
Yeah.
all like stoned out.
Yeah.
Like like a cross between a hippie and a stoner.
Yeah.
Like that would be like, I can only imagine. Like, dude, so with the pistons that you do, and I asked you earlier about the shifter knobs. Are those a whole different? Is that a whole different animal when it comes to the build on that, or
No, not really.
the same process?
I figured out. I figured out a way to where I can any piston can be a shifter knob because of the actual adapter and the shafts that I use in my actual Mean Mug Pistons. If anybody
What
like
up,
this one right here,
Cappy?
if somebody wanted to use this as a shifter, there's an
Uh-huh.
adapter that I use to where they can put it on their shifter and use.
What the?
But I do
I need it.
have smaller ones like
Okay.
250s and little Yamaha little
Oh, like the one I got on my car on my shifter right now that I bought, like the old. Remember the old ones that they used to sell in like AutoZone, the little piston ones.
they're probably like 2 inches tall and probably like
Yeah.
2.5 inches bore.
Yeah. So I was what?
So if somebody had a piston
There we go.
from their father, stepdad,
send
something
it in.
along those,
You can send it
just
in.
send it to you, and they'll do.
An email.
Yeah.
Like message.
You can send
Yeah.
it. You'll be. I think, and out of the 600 I have made, I say about 45% of the pistons I've done have been from customers that have sent in because of
Oh,
because
wow.
of that. They
That's
were
big
their
obviously.
dads. They were their brothers. They were my grandpas.
No, that
He was a race car driver, and we could just never get rid of the motor or pistons. So they've been sitting in the garage for 20 plus years, and we came onto your
shit.
page, and they sent me their pistons.
Hell
Oh, wow.
yeah!
That's
No,
sweet.
that's
So
sweet.
there you go, man.
That's dope as shit.
That's damn.
Now,
dude,
if you ask my favorite piston to, like, if I could have like one stock of like a car piston, man, the 426 Hemis, oh, those bad boys. Them
Yeah.
bad boys are clean. They're a perfect size. They got a beautiful dome on them.
It's like a universal all piston. Is it like a universal all piston when you look at that one? Like that would be like the cookie cutter that you can send out if you had like a grip.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like production style. So like if somebody gave you a grip of those.
If I was just to have one type of piston that would just be like you said, the cookie cutter, I would choose a 426 Hemi.
All right, so this is coming from my friend CJ. My friend CJ asks, you would need to make a burrito in the mouth and not a bullet.
For Moses.
For me. So, yeah.
He's a burrito.
It can be done. I've
He-
done blunts before. I've done blunts and cigars.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome. That's his weekend thing.
That's my weekend thing. So there you go.
I've had some engineer customers where I put pencils in the stogie or as a pencil in their mouth, and they wanted me to bite. They wanted me to bite the pencil to look like it was actual teeth marks, because engineers when they're working, they actually bite on the pencil. So there's some pencils out there with my teeth marks in the actual mouth.
Rusty, it's Mean Mug Pistons. You
Yes,
got to look it up
yes.
to get a hold of it.
That's how you get a hold of them, through social media. Well, unless that's the same through your TikTok, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
TikTok,
So that's
Facebook, Insta,
and so that's how you look them up, Jimmy.
Mean Mug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're just trying to look you up by your name.
Yeah. He said there's
No.
like 400 Jimmy Garcias. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, there's
there
a
is.
lot.
And then whatever. My actual
Nico,
personal-
what's his name on social?
No,
Mean Mug Pistons.
Yeah, it's Mean Mug.
Nico
Mean Mug
asked-
Pistons.
there you
There's
go,
only
Nico.
one. It's me.
There's only one, Nico. That's it. Like, don't look up Jimmy Garcia because there's 400 Jimmy Garcias.
Yeah.
Yes, and I need another.
You're not wrong.
There you go, Rusty.
Just wait a minute. It'll show up.
My question is this,
Bluetoothing it
man.
into the air right now.
So with everything you're doing, you're being sober, you're doing what you're doing, you're getting everything done. Has it been harder to balance the family around your artwork, or is everybody in like Flynn? Are there, like, is the family helping you out? Like, are you guys all all about Mean Mug Pistons, or are they just kind of you got family life on one side and the company on the other side?
At first, it was my wife was a little like skeptical about it, just because of like it's because it was at the time when COVID was going, she was gun ho about it, and the fact that dude, I was selling out like when COVID was in its
Oh, yeah.
peak, man, I was at one point in time from I think 2020 to 2023, I was a year waitlist, like
Holy shit.
a year
Yeah.
waitlist, and
I
people were paying
yeah.
like.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
I'll be
remember.
honest. I'll be honest. There's a few guys that I think there's probably like I think two or three that I'm barely finishing the
Oh
actual wait
shit!
list, and
Oh
they've been
wow!
cool with
Damn.
me, and which is amazing. I've been very grateful for their patience, and they've been cool with everything I got going on and stuff. But
See,
at
I
the beginning,
remember.
my wife was it was great. She loved it and it's not whatever. But then life started picking back up, and then it got to the point to where I was like, okay, like I got these orders. What am I gonna do? I got to figure
And you
out.
got to go to work.
And I got to go to work. At the time, I was a full fledged production body man. At the time, I was still working for Caliber, and so
Oh
I still
shit!
had to produce my 110 to 120 hours per week, still doing all that stuff, and then coming home at nighttime and then eating and then going in the garage and from like 7 to
Knocking
like
out some
midnight
stuff.
and
Yeah.
still trying to do whatever. So during that time, I was trying to
What
find
up,
a
Tim?
balance,
What's up, Tim?
but
What
Noom?
up, Tim?
but it got to the point to where I figured out that there was no, I couldn't do a balance. I just have to find find a wave of actually of doing things like, because if you
So
try to
just kind
balance
of
things,
like mesh them together,
yeah,
right?
one thing's gonna weigh more than the other. And if you constantly trying to balance it, you'll end up being just screwing yourself over. So what I
So
had
you
to
were
do is,
just meshing it together, kind of as you
yeah,
were just going with the flow, kind of.
yeah, well, I found the rhythm. I found the rhythm of life.
Okay.
I found the rhythm of trying of doing work, the artwork, doing the family, and and still being present with my kids. Because that's my biggest thing with my family is being present. Like I didn't want to be like most men, just working to work and make money, and and the wife and kids are the most they get the benefit of it. Because
Oh, okay.
I did that when I was younger, and when my kids were like 1 to like 6 years old, and then it got to the point where I was like, no, I got to change because I want to be there for my kids. And so
So was
I had to figure a rhythm. And so I figured it out.
nice.
Right.
It took years. It took about 6 years. Like now I've been doing it for 6 years. And I say that like year four is when I finally figured the rhythm out and I knew how to handle
You just
everything.
had that balance at that
Yeah.
time.
I had the rhythm.
Nice,
Because
nice,
I
man.
had to shift my mind to believe to get into a rhythm and not a balance. I had to shift it. Not
Okay,
change, shift. Because when you
okay.
change it, you go into another part of, well, I got to do things different now because I got to change. But if you shift, you can still do your daily life, but you're just doing it in a different rhythm.
You're just shifting to that different gear.
Yes.
Jesus, we know we're gonna save you because he is saving. He's saving everything. Uh oh, Batman happened. So
Yes, another Texan, Tim.
another text. So look, dude, man, I'm gonna have to start looking up, to try to get a little shifter made, or I'll send them the little shifter that I got, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like I
Shifter.
shifter piston. It'll like no, dude, I got one. I have a few others. I'd probably take apart the Cadillac motor and send you all the ones in that thing.
Putting that in something.
Yeah, but I'll take it apart if I have to. It'll be one of those. What do you do? They're all engraved and
Seven
whatnot.
cylinder instead
Yeah,
of an 8.
yeah. Just use it for show.
Yeah.
But dude, I
Yeah,
love your work,
I have to
and
tell people that like I get a lot of diesel mechanics and you guys that are in diesel and stuff, and I have to let them know,
okay.
let people know, like even especially on here, if they're asking, if they can, you can send your pistons, but they have to be all aluminum. They can't be the steel pistons because I can't
Oh,
work
so
with
there
steel.
you go. There you go, Rusty. There is your answer. You can send them 8 pistons, but they got to be aluminum.
Yeah.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. Aluminum.
Now I know
Aluminum.
Cummins makes a piston that's a two-part piston where the inside is the actual steel, the actual head
Okay.
is, and then the actual skirt is aluminum. Like
Is
those
aluminum.
you can
Yeah.
send in. If anything, you can just only send the actual skirt in, and I can carve that out, and then you can actually put the head back in there, or you can just send it
Oh,
all
okay.
together. It
Awesome.
depends what you want.
Tim
Nice.
Tim wants to know, what part of Austin are you in?
I right now where my body shop's at, I'm in the southeast Austin. I'm off of I-35 and Slaughter.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. There you go, guys.
Our
Nico
shop
says,
where my shop's at, the shop name is Texas Frame and Collision, and we've been at
okay.
this location since 1988.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, but at this
Holy
location, my
shit.
dad's been in business since '74, and then
Oh, so this is literally a family business that
oh
you're
yeah,
just,
dude,
oh, wow, dude,
I would
that's
say I
awesome.
was 8 years old when I figured out my dad's friends weren't body man or mechanics. Like all the men in my life, like my dad's like all my dad's brothers. My dad has, let me think. My dad has had uh, four brothers. One of them passed
Oh,
away,
wow.
but all of them were all in the body shop. And then
Oh,
on my
shit.
Oh,
mom's
damn.
side, all my mom's brothers worked with my dad, and my mom was one of 12, and so she had seven brothers. And so
Oh,
Oh,
all seven
shit.
of them
shit.
worked for my dad or worked with my dad. So growing
See,
up, bro,
that
like
reminds, I'm telling you, dude,
so
I'm
That's
growing
telling
up
you.
like
crazy.
that, and then, my dad was with had buddies in the Harley Davidson and some hot rod group. So all the men in my life from like 1 years old to like 10 were all blue collar hot rodders and greasers. And
So
so then when I started,
you just had the custom world all around you from
yeah,
since
I
birth,
did. I mean,
pretty much.
I grew up with, I grew up in the actual hot rod, the white culture where it was hot rods and the big tires, and then I was even around like the whole lowrider scene when it got really big in the '80s, like all the patterns, candies, and all that stuff, and the lowrider
Damn.
bikes, and all that stuff. Like I've seen the rise and the down and up, and what's amazing is that it's starting to come back, and it's really amazing to see it, especially now with these new age painters, these young guys that are coming up, and they're actually tapping into the old school guys, and then they're using their new school stuff, what they've learned, and it's like it's beautiful, dude. Like some of the stuff they're
Oh yeah,
doing.
we had an automotive glass engraver. We had from Freddy's Creations, and he was doing glass etching,
Yeah,
which is really old school.
yeah,
But
it's
he
really
was
old school,
already
but
getting into new
now
age
with
stuff.
but now with the new tools that we have now and the
It's
bits and stuff that
easier,
you can
yeah.
use, dude, it's that's why a lot of people are getting in on it. It's because it's more accessible to do things like that, and it's pretty neat.
Do
Right.
you feel that the tools of the trade have changed throughout the industry of what you're doing, and
Yes, they got
and
less.
everybody else around you?
They've gotten less.
Okay.
They gotten less tools. Like so, I'm 40. I'm 46 years old. I'll be 47 in September.
Damn.
So like I've been in it
I
all my
thought
life,
I
and
thought you were 25.
yeah. And
No,
so
you're 25. You
I
got
grew up in
you
the
got the
body shop.
golden beard.
I grew up in the body shop business. So I was here at my dad's shop from like 85 till like when I was like 20
Oh
20 something.
wow.
So I've seen the rise of all these tools that were coming out because the car manufacturers were changing, the metal was changing, so they were coming out with new tools to try to use and stuff. And so as the cars got smarter and less material and metal, the actual tools that we used to fix them have withered away because we can't use them anymore because the metal's too thin. Like a 76 Grand Prix, the metal was like anywhere from like 12 to 16 gauge steel. So you were able to use a certain kind of tools. Now, bro, like your normal, Silverado, the fender is probably like 10, 11 gauge steel. Like you can
Oh
literally
yeah.
get 10
Thinner
post-its
than shit.
and stack them up, and that is how thin that actual metal is.
Hey, it's one of these.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
a fucking goddamn tin
It's
can.
ridiculous. But yeah, so getting to your question, so the tools, the tools have gotten less, and they're just not. I mean, they've gotten smarter, so that you're using less tools, and what I've seen in the automotive industry, they're actually taking the skill level out of fixing cars to where they can get more people in to do it
Okay.
compared
So,
to
but
20 years ago.
Okay, so with what you do in your artwork, are the you use the same style tools, or you just or do you stick to one particular tool that you use to do all your work with?
So
You know.
when I make my pistons, I use a Dremel. I use an actual a 4300 Dremel with an actual flex shaft, and then I have about, I don't know, 200, maybe it's 150, 200 different bits, carbide bits
Oh, okay.
with different shapes and stuff. And then the actual flex shaft, it's like a pencil. It's a pencil
Okay.
little
Is
grinder.
it cordless or is it with the cord?
It's with a cord.
Okay.
Mine's actually it's a 110. It plugs into your regular house outlet
Okay.
and stuff.
Do you feel when it comes to that? How do you feel when somebody's using the cordless
I
compared to
if
what
if
you're doing?
if the only thing with the cordless, if the battery dies and you have to. For me, I tried the cordless, and with me and my artwork, once I get in my groove, I don't stop. Like now, like
And
my
with a
pistons,
cordless,
like
you'd have to stop.
yeah, like with my pistons, once I start, my wife and kids know for the next 5 to 6 hours, don't bother me.
Oh shit.
Like I'm in it. Like I'm in it for like the next 5 6 hours. But I give myself a limit. Like I only work 5 maybe 6 hours on a piston, and that's it.
And then that's it. Okay.
And that's it. And if I'm not done, I'll come back the next day and finish it.
Okay. Do you feel with that? Does it help you? Does it take the left stress off? Does it help you get more uh, motivation and energized to take just do it right there? Boom, we kill it at that time. Come back refreshed, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Or
For me, it does because I figured out that in the earlier years, I was using the body man's mentality of being a commission man. You know, I'm 100% commission, so
oh,
it was straight up. I wanted to get
flag
it
hours.
done and out fast so I can get paid.
Yep, send
And
it out to the
what
left.
I was noticing that my quality wasn't getting better. It was I was getting
Oh,
stagnant in my quality, and so I
so
figured
you
out a
had
way.
this.
I was like, I have to figure out the actual to get better. So what I do, I give you a little inside artist tip. So what I do in my artwork is if like this one right here, like
Yeah,
I made it and within like I think like 7 hours, and I thought it was done. But what I do is I'll finish it and I'll let it sit on my shelf for a week. And so as every day that I'm walking by looking at it, I can see something
you'll
that I
add
still need to
something.
fix. I still need
Oh,
something that I
okay,
want to make better. And
okay.
so
Uh,
I may be done with it on a Monday, but I'm not finished with it until Sunday because
oh, okay,
in that week period, I'm going back each day, doing something different, making something more flowable, making something more
okay.
creative, making the teeth look better, making the teeth look
More
more.
ideas that are coming
Yes,
to play. All right.
yes.
Tim wants to know: do you set up at Lone Star Roundup?
No,
No,
I've never done a show. And
no.
so no,
What's going on, just
What
playing?
up, Just Plain Trick? You never done a show?
no. I'll be honest with
Okay.
you. I'm not much of a car show guy. Never
Oh,
have.
okay.
There's
But
nothing
okay,
wrong
but
with
now
it.
I'm no, but I'm saying like, would you set up as a vendor to like sell your product
Yes, I
at a show?
would. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
there you
My
go,
my
guys.
my goal is within the next year in 2027, as I will be attending and doing more car shows and truck shows to
Okay.
actually be out there and stuff and meeting more people and stuff.
Okay.
The
Dude.
only reason why is because within the last year and a half, I actually kind of blew up more socially. Like people
Okay.
know who I am more now, and so I'm getting a lot more requests and a lot more
Nice,
high end people are wanting to me to go out and do things and
dude.
so now
It's
I'm at the point to where my artwork is good enough to where people will want to buy it,
dude. No,
live
trust me.
rather than just seeing me on social media.
I know, but trust me. Like I'm telling you, like Tim said, you would kill it out there. Tim said
Yeah.
earlier he said you would kill it.
What up, Ron?
What up, Ron?
Ron
And
from Freaks.
oh shit. And what up, Ron? And I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Um, once you in 2027, once you get out to those shows and you become a vendor, it's dude, you're gonna have so many people like in the truck scene wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, you can use those as a display piece with your truck
Is it?
as a hood prop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
there
I-
is
it's small
possibilities.
there's
Shifters,
guys that are that go to car shows like in all the United States, and they do that. They actually use the piston as a hood prop in the middle, or they put it down by their sign where they have their car shows
Okay.
little sign and stuff. And um, I had two in the motorcycle industry that got shipped out to Huntington Beach, and the stupid the post office messed up the actual shipment, and they didn't get to be with his motorcycle at the
Oh,
it was this born free motorcycle show. It was huge in Huntington Beach, and they
Damn.
the post office messed up the shipment, and they didn't get to be with the actual motorcycle that was going to be
oh,
with in front of
that
like
sucks.
thousands
man.
of people, and there were only like 6 bikes that were invited to be on the main stage. And my Mean Mug Pistons would have been there if the post office didn't f it up. But no,
Fucking
my artwork
UPS.
it's out with people in car
No,
shows and stuff like
USPS.
that.
Or USB.
USPS. We're both on USPS.
I'm over there
Yeah.
going, fuck UPS, but they
No,
were like,
unfortunately, no. That's
USPS.
USPS.
It was
Yeah.
USPS. The one time,
Yeah,
the
there we
one time
go.
they
Fuck
messed
it.
up ever in my shipment was this time, and I
That
was like,
one
out of all the times to mess up,
You're like, you guys had
It's the U.S. pot smoke.
they had one
Fuck.
job. That's
That's
it.
Yeah.
One
He's
job.
doing so many custom, he doesn't have just inventory laying
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
He has to.
He's-
He has
And
to-
that and
Each
that's
pieces.
and
Yeah.
that, you know
Well, we
what?
can't do
You know what,
portrait.
Camera Profesh? That is a good question. Because what she's saying is that that's cool because that you make them custom because you don't have product lying around. Like you don't have
He has material.
you got material, but not like you don't have
Where you
six
could set up a booth.
like 6 of that
Yeah.
piston that you have there lying on a shelf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're flying off the shelf. So you don't
this
have
one,
to
this
have
one
that.
right here is the only one that I have in stock. I haven't sold it. Haven't sold it yet.
Yeah.
That's the only
Damn.
one.
That's why you
my
can't have a
gosh.
booth.
Wow.
No wonder,
And for me,
no
it's
wonder he
hilarious
can't have a booth.
It's-
He's
it's
fucking selling
hilarious
before he
because
gets there.
it's a mic stand. He's using it as a,
As a
mic,
mic
stand
stand.
right now.
Literally.
I love it. It looks
He's
like
like, somebody buy this thing. Just buy this
Just
thing.
buy
It's
it.
sitting on my shelf.
It's
Buy it.
so it's dude, and it's so
Yeah,
universal,
what's up?
guys. He doesn't sponsor us, but that is a universal product. You can use it for a mic stand, hood prop. You can use it as a doorstop. You can use it to hold your oven open. If you want it, it'll chop and make French fries if he does it right. You know, so
It'll perforate your edges.
it'll
There's a-
there you go. It'll line everything up. If you got those shitty
perforate your
door
bread
guards,
so you have bread edges.
There you
They're all
go.
bougie.
you know.
Yeah. And then
But
they
I'm
are,
telling you,
we're
guys,
open.
people,
We're open.
some people don't know is the actual bullet comes out.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, it.
Oh, dude, I thought that was fucking welded in.
No,
I
it
thought
comes
that was
out.
welded in.
So here's the thing. So with my customers, I have customers that actually send me their pistons, and they'll actually send me their actual casings that their grandfather shot in the war. Like
Dude.
I actually have
That's
Korean
fucking
War
sick.
casings. They're actually used in the Korean War that their grandfather used, and I have a box of their grandfather's bullets,
Dude,
and I
that's-
used
yeah.
3 of them for 3 of their pistons. They sent me from their grandfather's old
Holy
Chevy
shit.
truck, and I use them
Dude,
for it. So
that's-
yeah, the actual bullets, like this one right here, is an actual. It's a 375 or 9.5 by 72 Peterson.
God
And then
damn,
the
bro.
actual guy sent me these.
Kind of
And
split
you
someone.
can take it in or out if you want to. So I make
Oh,
them that
wow.
way. They're not
That is so cool. I thought that was a permanent.
no.
I thought it was just like
You
That
run
was it.
out of ammo in the fucking gunfight or some shit in the truck. You grab that last one, you put it in the clip.
Yeah.
Ah, the fatal shot right there.
Yeah, no, and
You
I
put
do
a
that.
live one
I've
there.
had customers that actually tell me, they're like, I'm going to send you the actual case on the blank, but I have a live round that I'm going to put in it so that way I can have a live round.
Oh,
in it.
they pretty much. So they pretty much is asking for the dimension of the hole, so they
It
can
needs
just
to be exact.
nice.
But
Okay,
Oh,
that's
I got a
badass.
stupid idea. I'm
Yeah.
gonna message him.
Tim
Yeah.
Tim said he would need one with the 50 cal.
Who the
Well,
fuck
there
is
you go,
riding,
Tim.
riding around with a 50 cal?
let's
Goddamn.
50 cals are my most popular casing. Like I got
What
about
the
1,000. I got about 1,000 casings that have 50 cals. Just
Oh,
chilling in the
shit.
locker. And
Oh,
then,
wow.
then I have about 500 of the 20 millimeter ones, like the bigger ones
Damn.
and stuff.
God
Damn.
damn.
I'm gonna have a baby now, like a toothpick.
Damn, dude.
And all those were donated.
That's fucking sick.
Every single one of those casings, all my casings, I never paid for them. I get donations from all over the world. Like people send
Oh
me
wow,
pistons,
dude, that is so
casings
that
all
is
the
so
time
cool.
just because they're sitting around and they want to just support me. And I'm very
That is
blessed
so
to have
cool.
an amazing following.
Tim says Texas is everyday care here.
Carry here.
Carry. Oh yeah, they all carry there.
Yeah.
50 cal.
I don't know.
That's
Somebody-
what I'm saying.
Somebody's got
Welcome to Texas, motherfucker.
somebody's got a 50 cal in the back of their Chevy truck on the
Yeah.
fucking
Instead of
goddamn
a shotgun
driveway.
holder in the back
I
It's
window.
a 50
I got
cal.
buddies
cal.
that carry that he carries his rifle 50 cal underneath his seat in the back seat.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I don't know
His
what he's
little
hunting, but hold
rifle-
his little rifle.
Carry
He
under
carried it in
his
the back
seat.
seat. I think it
Damn,
holds.
dude.
I think it holds like I think it's a 10-round magazine clip, and it's automatic. And once he cocks that back, and it's just 10 rounds.
Wow.
Shit, dude.
About
God
$1,000
damn.
just shooting 10 of them, something like that.
Tim said
Yeah,
50
it's
cal.
It's freaking
Tim
nuts.
said 50 cal on his hip. Oh shit, fucking Tim. Tim said
See
50
what that
cal.
looks like.
Fucking Tim. Dude, okay.
can't imagine
Christ.
So, so
Fathoming all this in my brain.
I know because
I'm
it's like
What the fuck?
it's dude, the work you're doing and the way they're custom one-off stuff and man, dude, this screams freedom all day because it's badass. I like it because the removable bullet.
Oh, freedom!
one.
Freedom 250th year anniversary.
Yes,
Just saying,
you
putting
know,
it out
4th
there.
of July coming up, guys.
It's 4th of July.
This is a perfect gift.
Just saying.
Perfect gift. Go on Shopify, Mean Mug Pistons.
Mother's
Go on
Day dollar.
Shopify and get yourself one of those. Give it to your grandma, your grandpa.
Tim says,
Yeah.
What's
you know,
six
let's-
foot
You know what's
He's
funny? Is
6'5".
my actual biggest customers are wives and girlfriends because they buy
Nice.
their spouses and husbands gifts because you know as I know you have a wife that always says or girlfriend that says my husband is or my spouse is probably one of the hardest person to buy things for. I don't know what to buy him because he has everything. Or what do I buy?
So
him
they
in
just-
gearhead. He has
Okay.
all the clocks. He has all the calendars. He's probably got all the cars and guns, this, that, whatever.
He's
And
got
then
all the Hot
they-
Wheels.
They then they find the wives find my page and they're like, yeah, it's the both of worlds. It's hot rods, cars, and
Because it's
bullets.
something different. It's something way different out of the ordinary that you don't.
no, that's fucking
That's
rad.
something you don't see every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I would love
Yeah.
to have that for a fucking shifter.
I know, dude. Like,
Father's Day, fucking birthday, any of that.
dude, that just be
Christmas.
sick as
Dude,
hell. Just
my kids, my old lady, like, fuck yeah, cool. Let's
Dude,
fuck
that
around.
I was
Dude,
going to say,
cool.
a
Just
perfect
bang
place
beers with
tonight.
that.
I
Fuck
know
yeah.
he's not ready to go
Oh,
like
here we
what
go.
he's going to do for 2027,
Yeah.
but just under a month, there's going to be one big ass show. That would be one place to. And I get there what Tim was saying there locally, but if he could get out there to Oregon and all that
oh yeah, the mini nats
as a
If
vendor, just to try
just
and
for a vendor.
push, yeah,
Like if
that would be pretty dope.
One of
Yeah,
one
dude,
of I-
because
so
you would
I actually
find it.
have, I guess you can say I have like I guess World Series car shows that I would love to go to, and one of them is SEMA, and then another one is Dino's Get Down. They have
nice, go.
yeah.
You gotta come out for that.
back,
Gotta come
bro.
out for that, dude.
Yeah,
You gotta come out for that. Have to.
I've been a fan of Dino's Get Down since he started. Like I remember when it was like a really small car show on social media.
Oh,
or
dude,
a
it
truck
used to
show
be
or
at his
whatever.
house.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
It
and
used to be
then,
at his house back in the day.
And then another reason why too is because I want a good buddy of mine. He's known as C10 Battles on Instagram. He
Okay.
goes by his name's Joseph. I think it's Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Joseph. And,
only the president.
and was
Only
and-
the president.
AKA Mr. Molina.
Yeah, Melina.
yeah. And so he's out there all the time, and he actually has. I think he has. I want to say I think he has one of the first 150th Mean Mugs are. Yeah, I want to say I think he has like a number one. I think it's either in the 120s or the 130. Like
Damn.
shit.
I made one for him for his birthday. I think
wow.
3 years ago. So he has one.
All
of
right,
mine
Joe.
and
All
stuff.
right, Joe. Hit me up, Joe. Hit me up, Molina. I want to see.
Yeah, it's crazy because
Rusty.
the one he has, it's an older version to the one compared to what I have now and stuff. And
Okay.
man, he's a great guy. You know, he's an amazing friend that we talk every once in a while on social media. And
Hell
you know,
yeah.
he had some health issues before, and you know, I'm so glad that God helped him, get healed and stuff. And
Oh yeah,
he's still doing this thing and stuff.
Oh,
So
dude. Trust
amazing
me,
guy.
him and his old lady are always going to Disneyland, and they bring out their Cadillac every once in a while, and it's
Yeah.
dude, like Joe's been rocking. Rusty asked.
We got a couple questions that are
Yeah.
pending below
You're
this
good.
one.
Okay, first one is Rusty asked, "What is your turnaround time?"
Right now it's about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay,
It's
so
it,
then
it's gotten short because now I'm actually full time. I'm a full time artist, so I actually do my artwork, full time, and I also do my body shop. So I'm able to. My rhythm is so good to where I can flip flop from doing bodywork painting one day, and then the next day I can actually do my artwork and go back to doing both things.
Oh,
Because
okay.
now I have
No, no.
everything under
Second
one roof.
question.
no, it's not a question; it's a statement.
Oh, the statement from Ron says, "If you come to SEMA, stay into the weekend and go to a Day to Remember truck show."
It's
There
a
you
big mini trucking show that.
At the
So
track.
the freaks have all planned it out for SEMA hits. It's a SEMA weekend. It's a SEMA week, and they have their car show immediately that weekend.
So right after.
So right after SEMA, they have their car show, and then the weekend after that is
It's Dino's.
Dino's.
so it's
So
like,
you'd be in Vegas for a week, and then you could mob down to Phoenix for the next
do
weekend
Dino's.
and do Dino's.
Yeah.
Technically, all in all, and you'd be
In
gone
about 2
for
weeks.
2 weeks. Bring the family, hang out,
Yeah.
have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those two are in the World Series, my car shows, and then there's some in
I like how
Texas,
you
in
put that like
Dallas, and I want to say it's I think it's the C10 Nationals. I think that's what it's called.
Oh,
That's a big
dude,
one.
that's a
Yeah.
big
It's the
show
C10
out there.
Nationals. It's at the actual Texas Motor Speedway, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
And then some of my buddies were saying that I'll probably be good at the I think it's called the Good Guys car
Good
show.
guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the
definitely.
good guys will eat this shit up all day long.
So I'm gonna tell you another one you could go to, but it's not until like February. Lone Star Throwdown.
Yeah,
it's in
Houston,
your
ain't
it's
it?
in your backyard.
Area.
Yeah,
Lone-
it's in
I
your
think it's in
backyard.
Lone
Houston.
Star Throwdown.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard of that one. I get invitations all the time. Want me to go out there and stuff. There's that one, and then of course I always get asked if I'm going to go to the Texas Heat Wave or the Lone Star
Oh,
Roundup
that
and
one.
stuff.
That one's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And stuff.
those
Hell
are
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I have my homework, and I just have to now. Now it's on me because now I'm at the point to where I can make a stockpile and go because of my artwork is good enough.
Oh,
I
wow.
know it's good enough. to
Oh,
where I
fuck
can
yeah,
trust
it
me,
is.
dude, it's way good enough.
Yeah.
Fucking.
it can sell now, and the fact that now that I have a pretty good apparel line and enough
I
and enough
actually,
merch
I
and stuff that
actually
people can
thought,
buy other than just the actual Mean Mug Pistons.
I actually thought that was an actual mic stand complete that you
No,
custom made.
No, he's just got it sitting on top.
Actually,
See,
I
I thought it was a whole.
No,
I thought it was
I love
one
that.
custom
I
stand.
love that.
Super glue it.
I noticed it when I clicked on him. I'm like, oh shit.
There you go. There's a new idea right
Yeah.
there. You
Super
can
glue.
sell those custom made mic stand.
yeah,
That
I
is-
had. I don't know if you're
Dude,
familiar
that's-
with the ex UFC fighter Brendan Schaub.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, he actually has one of my Mean Mug Pistons, and he asked one time because I actually painted a few cars of his and done some
Oh,
stuff
wow.
in one of his trucks and stuff, and
Oh shit.
he actually has in his old studio. He actually had one of my Mean Mugs in. He actually mentioned one time it was like you ought to make into a mic stand. I was like, I thought about it. It's just I got to prioritize time to actually try to make it with my
Right.
other stuff I got going. Trust me, guys, I got like all these ideas, and now it's like now I'm trying to find the
Get it
time
all-
to prioritize
hone
to
it
put
in, right?
everything together.
Yeah, hone it together, and you
Yeah.
know, trust me.
Trust
like,
me,
I'm-
I got like I don't think my mind never stops now, especially where I'm
Yeah.
at and where it could go and stuff. And I can say this, I can toot my own horn, not just with me, but there are other guys out there and people that are attempting to do it and stuff. But I can tell you, there's probably, I say like 4 of us that have high quality to where I'll recommend the other 3 people. If they're not like my style, they can go to other people.
Oh
'Cause I
wow.
tell
Okay.
people all the time. I was like, I give them the analogy.
I didn't know
is
that.
This. I give them the analogy of when you go to a grocery store, how many types of white bread do you see? There's like 20 or 50 of
This
them,
motherfucker.
right?
That's too deep right now, man. That
Every-
is way too deep.
Everybody
makes
has
sense.
their own type of white
A
bread
lot
they
of white
like.
bread.
There's a shit ton of white bread at the grocery store.
That's a lot of white bread.
I guarantee you, all three of y'all have your own type of white bread y'all like, and it's not the same.
Damn,
guarantee it.
fool! Don't even start with that way.
Why you gotta go racist on
dude,
us like that?
That's
Like, damn. I mean,
no, that's
I
too
guarantee
deep,
it.
Chad. It's
So
like, damn, fool,
I tell my
I didn't think of
customers, I
it.
tell people all
I
the
didn't
time,
think of
I'm
that
like,
much
look,
white bread.
I get
That's a
it.
lot of white bread.
I get it. My
No.
style may not be for you, but everybody has their own style, and the other 3 to 4 people that are doing it are their own style, and they're just as good, or I think they're better than mine. But yet, my customers don't like that white bread, but their customers only like them, and which is fine. Everybody
which is
has their
fu-
own style, and that's great. I mean, I'm like, there's 8
What up,
billion
Ryan?
people in the world. I don't want 8 billion people. I just want my people that are like my style, and that's it. I'm not trying to
Nice.
please your style. I just want my style people, and that's it. That's all I want.
See, me and my old lady, we have this debacle all the time. She's all the bougie ass, like, hey,
I'm not bougie.
I'm gonna get hamburger buns. Okay, cool. She comes back with onions on the top of this shit, fuck sesame. I'm like,
I like some quality.
Just give me
she
some
gets
fucking
gourmet,
bread.
The gourmet buns. That's what she
Yeah,
gets.
but for me,
Well,
I'm like,
makes sense.
just get a loaf of bread. Slap 2
Store
fucking
brand.
square pieces of bread on it.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit. I want
Just
what I
give
want.
me
See,
a
so that's
2
his
bread
version
and
of
I'm
white
good.
bread.
You
That's
know,
all I want.
and
Just give me 2 pieces of white bread, and I'm good. That's it.
see,
I don't
right?
need no gourmet bread.
And then, so Ron's asking. Ron chimed in a little bit later, but he's not sure if you already answered this. But do you prefer a certain piston size and make over others?
Yes. So I mean, they're all good, but if I
What
had
up,
to
Olsen?
actually, if I had to actually pick like a type of piston that I would love, like just to carve
Yeah.
on,
Yeah,
a diesel piston would be 5.9 Cummins. It's
5.9
it's
Cummins, guys.
the 5.9 Cummins diesel is it's a perfect size, like far as height and diameter. They're really good. I like them, and I also like the Ford 6.0s. And there's a crap ton of
Ford
those.
6.0s.
I'll tell you that right now. There's
Yeah.
a lot of 6.0 Ford pistons.
Tim says I like basic white.
yes, Tim, my friend.
Yeah.
We're hanging out at Mini Nats.
The
He likes
86
basic-
cents. It's like it probably costs like 86 cents for a loaf of bread. That's the best kind right there.
It's like $1. Mine's like
I
$4.5.
am the generic bread all day.
What's
as
going
long
on,
as
Ed?
it is a square, not
Yeah.
not
I
the
like-
loaf,
I
not
like
the
the
rounded.
loaf.
I like
Yeah.
the square ones.
Yep.
They're like, no,
Dude, I'm good.
I'm a little different. I like the multi-grain. I like
You
I like bougie bread. I like the
Yeah.
bougie
You
bread.
like the tortillas.
I like tortillas,
Right.
tortillas,
What's
and
funny is Moses says that, but he'll eat his basic bitch food. No, he won't. Most of his food, your food,
No, he
eat,
won't.
But he'll eat anything I make.
I make a lot of bougie. I like multi-grain bread.
Oh, Jeremy says even Jeremy says white bread.
I like honey wheat.
Now we're all
Yeah,
about
it's that
white
honey
bread.
wheat
now.
good.
Oh, Jeremy Harris just chimed in on my Facebook. We can't post them on
I
here
know.
because my Facebook's all
What
fucked
did
up.
Jeremy said? White bread.
White bread, basic.
Another basic white bread, guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
All that.
Basic here. That's what Jeremy
Basic.
says.
Let's get off the bread topic.
Okay, but here's the thing. No, but
That's the thing.
that's fun.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as basic.
No.
So I bet you many people come to him and go, "Hey, man, give me your basic style." And I know he's probably heard it, and I know he goes like everybody else and goes, "Okay, there's no such thing as basic."
No,
There isn't.
it's still going to cost you.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
going to cost you, but there's
$400.
no such thing as basic. You know, in the mini truck world, there's nothing that's basic. You can't say I want a basic paint job, basic setup.
Might as well just leave
know,
it stock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. There's no concept to do something basic because you're giving people one-off pieces, rare pieces, because you're giving them something completely that's not what everybody else has. You know,
This is not like anything else that you can.
that you can buy in a fucking
This is
store.
not Etsy. This is not fucking
Amazon.
eBay.
You can't.
This is not an Amazon deal. This is custom.
Amazon don't
like
have this shit.
Yeah, this is what you want. This you can customize it to what you
Boom.
prefer. Whatever your situation is, you just have the bankroll to
To be able to get it done.
Afford
You know
this.
what I mean? Like,
You
but
know.
this is something that's way
But-
out of way different. It's
the
different.
quality that I've watched over the years. Because,
Oh,
like you said, he started doing this. COVID, I was, all right, cool. I'm an essential worker, but at the same time, I was an essential worker, but I was still down a lot. So I watched a lot of YouTube.
Dude, it was
I watched
so
a lot
much-
of TikTok. I watched a lot of Instagram, Facebook, and then he popped up, and I'm like, dude, these are fucking rad as shit.
When I saw it,
if I could have fucking fucked around and done something like that, yeah, I would have done it. But I mean, I had to float the bill for the house, So what he's done is like these are custom to your liking, what you want,
it's personal.
how you want it.
It's personal.
Yeah, it's a
Personalized.
personalized
Piece.
Custom piece.
of artwork that's to your liking, how you want it, or how your significant other wants to
Build it, make it
award
for-
you
yeah.
what they see fit for
Oh, yeah.
you.
And I like
It's
that.
dope as shit.
I like it because they're all one-off pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
That's
not
why I can't
one.
move.
Not one will ever be the same. So you
No.
can get probably 6 people that bought his shit, and you're gonna put them all together and go, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "Yeah, dude, they're all fucking."
There's
But
a
think,
reason-
think about this.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
If he went to
Yeah.
Dino's and did have a booth, did have a whole inventory of, hey, I'm taking some shit. We're gonna fuck around. We're gonna find out. Let's see what we can sell. He takes 100
Oh, they'll be
pieces.
gone. They'll be gone.
No, not just gone, but each 100, every piece
Oh, each
is
one is gonna be the next,
individualized.
different than the last one.
And
they
each-
might look the same,
but they'll be completely
but
different.
he made these by hand. It's not a machine. It's a person. This is someone that's taken time out of their day. Oh, I fucked up on this, but the next one came out like this. There's no fuck up on this one here, but it's over on
Not
here.
necessarily fuck up.
It makes it an imperfected art that is
Like-
perfect.
Like Bob Ross
Full
said,
custom.
Happy trees,
happy mistakes.
happy
It's a little
mistakes.
happy
No
mistake.
mistakes.
They're all happy
And
There
mistakes.
are happy mistakes and,
and,
happy
and,
trees.
and there's a reason. There's a reason why they have a similarity, but they're different. And I may get a little deep right here, but
Okay.
like I've said, I've been in sobriety. I'm in sobriety because of me, not because of anybody else. I've been in sobriety for almost. I'll be 17 years in August.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Yeah, bro.
Congratulations.
Fuck yeah.
One thing about being an addict and one thing about being an addiction is a lot of it has to do with emotions and how you deal with your feelings and emotions every damn day. So every day when I do my artwork, I have to get my emotions and put them somewhere. I have to put them in something to get rid of them. So every piece of my Mean Mug Pistons is the exact emotions I was feeling that day. So that's
Okay.
why when you look at their faces, it's the actual emotions of how I was feeling, and that's
Oh,
why
shit,
they
so
look
you're-
like the
it's
way they
your
do. They're
expression.
mean, they're mad, they're mean mug, they're mad, even though they may look similar. But every day it was a different day that I was dealing with my emotions. So I put all
Nice.
my emotions into my Mean Mug faces.
That is badass. I like how you were saying like you would walk by it.
Personalized all the way.
And
like
you-
that.
I like how I would walk by it every day. Look at it and
Yeah.
walk by it and walk by it. And I would walk by it. And you would catch yourself to put something different into it. And like, oh shit, I thought of this. And that's tight. I like
For a
that.
week, yeah.
Yeah, I like that because it's it's not something that's gonna, oh, I got it done. No, it's like, all right, cool. What can I make it to more personal, more unique, more different than all the other ones, more and I like that because it's gonna be something that's gonna stand with the stand of time. It's gonna be there and someone can pass that down to their kid or whatnot, and it'll be something it'll be something it's artwork. You can trail it back to hot rodding, military, automotive, even to airplane industry because their pistons are almost about the same. It all traces back to engineering, gas, fire, and just all out, just taking something that used to be in something that ran. Now it's something that's going to be portrayed as artwork to go, hey man, this came out of this car, or this came out of something, or this is to pay tribute to my dad, my grandpa, and it's not something that's cookie cutter. Like we said earlier, you can't buy this shit on Amazon.
You can, but it's all resin. It's there's actually Chinese companies that have
Are you
tried to, or
serious? Are you
they
serious?
Oh yeah,
yeah, dude.
Really?
but they're not. They're not
Dude,
Pistons.
I think it was, so
What
we're
the fuck?
2026. 20,
What the fuck?
2024 was a horrible year, not just for me, but for my other art friends, because
Yeah.
they were actually taking our pictures and my other buddies' artwork, and using their stuff to sell it to scam people out of money. And then they were sending
Oh
them
man.
actual
Ah,
resin made like crap, and it was from Amazon. Some of the stuff was from Amazon. It was a company that that will sell them, and so these people were jumping on it because they were spending like $40 plus shipping, like $45, and sometimes they either had my face on it, like my actual social media page, or had my other buddy's page. And I think one of my buddies, he got like the worst of it. Like he literally had to like shut down his website and like redo his whole social media page and everything,
what the
because
fuck?
and then the people were getting mad and they didn't believe us. They were like, "You're lying, you're a fucking scammer and this and that, whatever." And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're just mad because
That wasn't
you got
me.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. I'm like, you just got mad because you just got scammed. Like,
Right.
Tim
did you
said,
not
if
do
you can,
homework and really see if like you really thought like a hand carved aluminum piece was $40, like $40?
wow.
Like,
Tim, Tim
come
says,
on.
if you can Timu rims, you can
Team
Timu pistons.
Pistons.
Yeah,
Holy
you sure
shit,
can.
dude. That's
Yep.
But
I was
it's
gonna
so
say
kind of,
with resin, it
but
would have
now
been
it's
like a
died
3D
out. Like
printer.
now everybody kind of knows, and like the Chinese companies,
So,
they're not really doing it anymore because we all, like all of us
that's a
who
good
did it,
question.
even the ones that were doing it like not as good quality, we all kind of got together in our own way, and we're just like sharing each other's like scam pages and showing everybody like, hey, this is what's going on. And if you see it, report them. And so far, it's kind of died down. So I haven't got any message
Okay.
about my stuff being out there or anything.
All right. So here's my question. What do you like? Right now, we live in the technology age, and you have people that are 3D printing.
Uh, and Tim
Yeah.
says
Tim from World Trendsetter says support the artists. Yes,
you have to.
you have to. And this is my question, man. Like, what do you feel about now that we're in the age of 3D printing? And
Yeah.
do you think that that might partake in somebody trying to duplicate what you're doing to a
They
3D
have.
plastic
They've tried.
style?
They've done it, but their quality is not as good as this. It's filament. It's plastic. So
Okay.
right.
they'll get as good as a GI Joe, like far as how the quality looks. You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit.
It almost looks like a human being, but you see it and it's plastic. Like, oh, okay. The
Right.
quality of what I'm saying is, if you look at the actual best quality of plastic compared to the best quality of hand carved of art, you can tell what has more depth to it, which is going to be
Okay.
the actual hand carved stuff. And
Dude, I
like I said, like it goes back to style. Like some people don't want a hand carved, stuff like this. They want they love the actual style of the technology. That's that's what separates people from loving art. Is some people want more of the actual real life
physical,
person
like the
quality rather
physical.
than the technology quality, because the people that love technology, they're always going to stick to the actual technology art, because it's don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that's badass, like how the technology stuff, they love that. But when you put apples to oranges and you're trying to get a hand carved personal piece to an actual machine, or CNC machine, you're the real life stuff's gonna win because of the actual the emotions that went in to make it, rather than just
Right.
getting a program and pressing the button. Now, I'm not saying CNC stuff is not the CNC stuff guy programming is not bad. I'm just saying that I've seen a CNC Mean Mug or type of Mean Mug piston compared to mine, and it's two dimensional.
Oh,
I would
okay.
still have to grab it and go in to do my actual flow in carving to give it more of a
Still moves the
lifelike.
human
Oh,
touch.
okay.
Yes. So don't get me wrong.
Oh
Like,
my.
trust me, I've looked into CNC machines and seen if I can actually do it. But a CN2, if I were to make a Mean Mug piston in a CN machine, it's still going to take me 2 to 3 hours to actually get the rough cut, and then it's still going to take me another 3 to 4 to actually get the full effect of how
And
it
then
looks.
By the time
then
you're
So,
all
put
said
it
and
so
done,
why am
together.
I going to spend 20 to 30,000 on a machine when I can
oh
just knock
no,
it
more
out
than
in three to
that.
four
Oh
hours
yeah.
myself? Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
thing though, because that's crazy when it comes to price wise, and people sit there and they go, like, dude, I can't believe that fucking people are trying to duplicate it, plastic and CNC shit, because by the time you put it all together, if it comes out of a CNC, you still got to weld it all together.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all in pieces, so you
And
still
then,
have
and
to.
then the reason, and it's sad to say this, or I hate to say this, but the reason why people get on or got on the trend and the wave of it, and it's the right now the big trend right now is the actual glass etching. It's really big right now. It's huge. Everybody's doing it. It's because they see the money in it. And don't get me wrong, you can make money in it, but when you focus just on want to make money and wanting to do whatever, it's because you're seeing what I make or you're seeing what other people make. You jump on it and you just want to make the money. I learned that a long time when I focus so much on the money, the actual quality goes to crap, and you just concentrate on the money and stuff.
So
And
you're just literally putting out production work and
yes,
sending the same.
and
You know,
yeah, and I went through that. I went through that in I think 2022 to 2023. I got stuck in just making just to make something just because I wanted to make the money because I saw the money in it. And then I noticed the quality of my stuff just wasn't, like I said, it wasn't going anywhere. And I was like, I didn't like it because in my head I knew what I wanted what my Mean Mug Pistons to be, and I needed to get there, and I wasn't getting there. And so my thing is, with my Mean Mug Pistons is that when you get one, I want my Mean Mug Piston to kind of be like, if you were to get high as a kite, my Mean Mug Piston will talk to you. That's how I make my facial expressions. Like if you're high as a kite,
damn,
you
dude.
did a good batch of shrooms, and you look over and you see that Mean Mug Piston, that boy's gonna talk to you. That's how I make
Fuck.
my art. That's how good I
And
make
that
it.
That's
piston smoking a blunt.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want my artwork to talk to you. That's why I focus
Right
so much
on.
on the 4D image and stuff. And that's how realistic I'm getting. I'm wanting to get there to my actual pistons, and I'm
nice,
getting
dude.
there. I'm just
That's
not there yet.
damn, dude. I'm not that high yet. I'm not that high yet to
Yeah,
to see it, but holy shit, dude, it makes me
Trendsetter's like,
trendsetter.
give me some gummies.
Give me some gummies.
yeah,
That's it.
Do gummies come with the purchase?
No, they don't come with the purchase, but
Well,
he's ready to fly high and fucking see that.
when you get that package,
When you get that package,
you might want to
yeah.
stop by the dispo.
Oh yeah.
When you get that notification in your email, hey, my package is here. Shit,
yeah.
we gonna
Right,
fucking take
yeah.
a trip down some
It's-
lane. I don't know if it's memory lane or trauma lane.
I'm gonna
but-
laugh at like every single time you open the box. It says you flip it over and it's like, oh, for my lovely friends who smoked the tree, just remember it might talk to you. Have a
Yeah.
nice day. It's like, one is like, oh, thank you for enjoying my art and thank you for enjoy everything what I do and hope you come and buy more. You flip it over and it's like, if you're really high right now, it might talk to you. Have a
Yeah.
nice day. It's just like shit. Two things. Trendsetter said he's in Austin. There are plenty there. Awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude. So with the customization, the one-off pieces, and you're giving people literally a special one-off piece that they can have
Personalized piece.
beyond personalized, because there's no. Has there
Truly.
anything that's been where you sit there and go, you know what, like I don't want to do that? Like, have there been people that brought you some kind of odd way to make a piston that you weren't felt comfortable to throw your artwork to,
Oh
or
yeah. At the beginning, when you're in it, you're engulfed. I wasn't, I can speak from my experience. I don't know how other artists are, but when you finally when you get the feeling of being wanted of your artwork, where people want your stuff, and then you get that feeling like, man, people really like my stuff, so I want to kind of do whatever I can to keep that feeling going. So I kind of got into the motion of like, okay, I'll do what you want to do. What do you want me to do? And I've tried it, it's not whatever. But the bad thing about it is you start veering away from what you really are and what you really want to do and stuff. And
Oh wow.
I've got to the point to where like sometimes people's requests are like, man, they're like out of this
Okay,
world sometimes.
what is the craziest request you've had? I gotta hear this.
None of them are really that crazy. It's just like far as like people want me to add a bunch of things. Like they want me to do like a
Like what?
mohawk. They want me to do like an ape's face, or they want me to do like their bulldog, like their personalized bulldog's face with like a gold tooth, and have earrings, or have like spacers in the ears and
Yeah.
all this stuff. And the one thing I told myself what I did not want to do is I call it I don't want to dress my pistons up. I'm not saying that.
Okay. So like the one you have right there, can you give us a quick, like turnaround of it? So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just so people can I know it sounds weird, show us,
No, you're good. No, so
Tim,
like this one right here is an actual. This one came out of I want to say, yeah, it came out of a Jeep, a 4.0 straight inline six Jeep. That's what it came
fucking
out of,
Jeeps.
and it came
Only
out
have
of.
about
And
fucking 5,000 of those pistons
Yeah,
laying
we were-
around.
yeah.
you can actually see where the actual rod was hitting the top of the piston.
What the fuck?
damn.
Oh, that's
And stuff.
that's a no bueno piston right
And then
there.
Oh,
you
that's
can
a
see
no
the actual
bueno
dive
valve.
what it
Oh,
is
shit.
and stuff. So yeah,
Wow.
so with mine, it's like what I call it dressing up is where people will put like mohawks, or they'll put like they'll add like copper wire to make the beard, or they'll add, in other words, they're adding like stuff onto the piston to make it look good, like makeup. They want to make it look
I don't
good,
know.
so
I
they add
like
a
it
bunch
like
of stuff
that.
to it. Which
I know, but I
I'm not
like it
saying
like that.
that's not bad. It's just with me, I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to take away from the actual detail of the actual face.
Yeah.
And so
I,
I would get
I like it
requests.
like that. I like
Yeah,
that. That
I would
looks.
get requests all the time. Can you put this and that in the face and the eye? Can you paint the teeth yellow, or can you paint the piston red and green? This, I'm like, no, that's not me.
See,
Like
see. By
I'm not.
then, somebody's. That's when you sit there and like, if you have kids, tell your kids, hey, I'm gonna charge them extra if they want to paint it, and you can paint it. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
got
I
to
mean,
be at some point where like you source it out.
yeah, they would
You
ask
know.
for all this stuff, and I remember like I think I think I did it like twice. Like I painted the actual piston, like the top of it like
Oh,
red, and then another one green, this, that, whatever. And then I remember when they were talking about it, and then I did it, and then I was like, well, okay, well, it's gonna cost more. And they were like, well, I only have a budget of this. I'm like, you
well, then
listen,
why you ask to be painted?
yeah, like you either stick with this,
I'll
you either stick with what I
dazzle
got
for
it, or
you.
you're gonna pay for whatever.
All right, Tim
All right.
said. Tim said I would need an iced out grill,
Bedazzle.
a bedazzled grill.
Yeah, I'm actually working on one. I'm actually working on one. Yeah.
There you go, Tim. You can
I'm
get
actually
one
working on one.
bedazzled for an extra cost.
It's gonna be it's based off of Paul Wall. It's his actual.
Nice.
He actually at one of his old, I think one of his older albums, he's actually smiling on it, and I'm actually taking his actual. I'm using his mouth as the actual template, to where I can actually put
That's fucking.
like little small diamonds in the actual teeth and stuff, like different colors and stuff. My actual this one, when you got back, when that one question you asked if my wife and kids were involved, my
Yeah.
wife's actually really involved now. Like my wife handles all my social media. She handles
Oh,
my
okay.
Instagram. She handles my Instagram. She handles my Facebook and stuff, and then she actually handles all the Shopify account and the emails and stuff.
Okay.
So
Cool.
so
Shout
and
out.
other times,
Shout out to her.
yeah,
Keeping it
she's
down
amazing.
for the
My wife's
Mean Mug
amazing.
Pistons team.
We've been together. We've been married. I think we're going on 17 years, but we've been together like 25 years and stuff. Like,
Holy
Wow.
shit.
she's my
You guys
she's
saw
my
a
love
lot
of my
of stuff
life, man. I love
together.
my wife. She's the best.
You guys
And
saw a
so
lot of stuff together.
she's the one that was like, why we need to do an actual like iced out grill, and she actually went online and was like researching like little like diamonds and stuff that she can actually use, and so she
Oh, to
found
put in
some.
there.
I just have to actually make the actual piston, and she's gonna actually
Oh,
do the actual putting them on the
like
teeth and stuff.
oh, that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
That dude, I want to
I've
see one.
already got Big Bobby fucking looking for.
Oh, I'm like,
So my stepdad, I've got him looking for two pistons right now. If he can find me two with a story behind them that he fucked them up or whatever the situation is,
you're gonna get.
I'll get with you and I'll send them to you.
Look at that, man.
Look
Look at that.
This should be mentioned. I'll work with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, that is awesome, dude. Some personal already
it's,
getting
it's
some
gotta
personal.
it's got to be two because I have to have one, and
Mom has
then
to
the
have
other one's gonna be mom's.
Nice.
So it's gonna
Yeah.
be like, all right, cool. If and when
Yeah.
the
That-
time comes, a little portion of it
Oh.
can be in it,
To us and him.
and a little
Damn. So
portion
you
of it can be
didn't
to me.
even got to continue
what I mean?
with that. He already knows what we're getting at. Like, you
Yeah.
know, that's still badass. You know,
Not a lot, just a small little,
just a sprinkle. Just a
just
sprinkle.
just sprinkle that we can
He's
throw it in
got-
there.
He's got another family.
Let's do
He's
it.
gonna be
Just a
sprinkled
sprinkle.
around.
Come on, guys. Let's do it all together. Just a sprinkle.
Just a sprinkle.
around.
Come on,
Just a
Wes.
sprinkle.
You got a sprinkle. Okay.
Just a sprinkle.
One more time. We've already talked about it still. One more time.
There we go.
Price range
Price range. once
400
again.
to 22.
Yeah.
100.
But they have to be aluminum style pistons or the sleeve.
Yeah.
The sleeve piece, right?
Yeah. That's
That
called
would be
skirt.
kind of okay.
It's a 2-part piston. Now, I know people are going to freak out when you hear the 2200. Those are the actual urns, like the bigger
Yeah.
pieces. Like I'm just
Those
saying.
are
Oh,
bigger.
oh,
bigger.
okay. So that's
Bigger.
that's my fault on me. I thought those were a different style of a piston. That
No,
you got. I did.
that's
So-
the
so
big.
So
Well, it is, but it's
The
it's done at the
2200
moment.
are the urns.
yeah, well now
Right.
the most expensive one I've made or have made before is what was an urn that was
Okay.
2200. It was a big piston. It was probably
Okay.
one of the biggest ones I made.
All right.
It actually came out of a tank. It was an M88 tank.
fuck?
It was huge, bro.
fuck?
It was like
Tank?
almost
So-
like 3.5
Wow.
gallons or 2.5 gallons of piston. It was huge.
Wait a minute. Tune it.
was
Like,
Say that one more time.
Hold
Hang
on.
on. How
It was a
big?
tank piston. A
no,
tank.
how big?
Yeah,
It
put
was
it
probably
into
about,
it.
I would say it was about 2.5 gallons, like a 2.5 gallon size piston.
Holy
Like
shit!
think of a paint gallon
Yeah.
times 2.
Holy
huge.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Right there.
That's what I'm
Holy
looking at right
shit.
now.
Double.
So our camera is on a paint gallon
yeah. That's
right now.
fuck.
So
I-
that's
I
two
I
times.
I do Mean Mugs the size of gallon paint, like gallon paint cans. Like I've
shit.
done Mean Mug pistons that size.
So it'd be doubled up. So it was that
Holy
long.
fuck, dude.
It's
Same size
wide. It's,
round,
it's
but
also wider. It's a.
Oh,
it's
okay.
about-
Oh, okay.
Way wider.
Oh wow.
It was about 11 and a half, 12 inches tall, and it was about 10, almost 10 inches in diameter.
Yep.
Holy
shit.
shit balls.
Yeah.
Oh, and they get bigger.
Yeah, I know they
Yeah.
get bigger. That's not the point. I'm looking at the
Yeah,
paint
but
can.
here,
I'm like,
the
holy
bigger,
shit.
but the
Like
better the
cruise ship and
detail.
everything.
Yeah.
The big.
I
it's
like
bigger.
Tim's
The
answer.
bigger, the better the detail.
I like Tim's answer right
What's
here.
Tim's answer?
If you can afford a tank, you can afford 2,200.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You know what?
Tim's not wrong.
That's a deep ass question. Where the fuck is that guy that's going, hey man, I need you to make me this. I'm going to send it to you. It's from a tank.
You
Like,
really
do
want to
you
know?
question that? Like, do
You
you?
really want to go deep?
I don't know, but like, how do you ever question that, man? Like,
They-
do you like, hey,
I
dude,
question
where
it,
did
but
you get this?
They every person that people have sent me, they have stories, and
Yeah.
some of the stories are pretty deep. Like there was one
Oh,
piston. So I've done a total of 3 tank pistons. One was an
Okay.
actual urn. I had to do an NDA. I can't tell
Oh,
you the
wow.
name or anything on it. All I can really say
Yeah,
was
you're
an
good.
urn.
You're good, man. You're
And
good.
then the other two, one was an actual. It was an actual tank that was used to recover men in the. I want to say I remember this right. I want to try to remember the story. This tank actually was a recovery tank for men in the Desert Storm. So the guy and the guy
Dude,
that
that was
drove
little.
the tank was the driver, and his buddy was the one that actually worked on it. So when the
shit.
tank got retired, his buddy was able to take the piston from it, and here's the awesome thing about it: the guy that was actually driving the tank sent me 3 50 cals that had heads on it.
Nice.
And so I was
But see,
able to
that-
so he
and
told me,
that's-
he goes,
We
I
don't
want you to
condone
use
that here,
the-
but it, you
I
know,
want you to
I'm
use
not
the
laughing for
actual
that
tank piston, and I want you to use one of those 50 cals for the actual stogie because that one of those 50 cows was actually used to, has a head on it, and it actually got us
Damn.
out of a dangerous situation.
Oh
I was like,
shit.
okay.
So, dude, that's crazy to have a couple
and that's what I was
bodies.
gonna say. I mean,
A couple heads on that.
Well, where are you gonna come up with all these? Where are you gonna? You got to think Iraq.
Oh, dude,
Things along those lines.
like,
there's situations
dude,
where
Desert Storm, dude, I was
same thing. I was gonna say Iraq and
No,
Desert
bro.
Storm.
I
Shit
The
happened.
guy was like, man, he goes, I have been holding on to this piston all these years. Just it's been hanging out, and I've kept the actual, the 50 cows.
Oh
I think he
wow.
said he had like 10 casings from that actual shootout that he's kept
Oh shit.
and stuff.
Damn.
And so when I came upon social media, he found me and stuff, and he sent me all the stuff, whatever. Now, I like I said before, I had a World Series of car shows I want to go to. Now I have a World Series of a Mean Mug Piston I want to make for this guy. This dude is a
Okay.
badass sniper. They call him the Reaper.
Oh.
He's just one guy. I've been trying to get a hold of him and sending direct messages and stuff because I want to make him one, like just to have because I make military ones, and I would
Yeah.
love for him to have one of my military Mean Mug Pistons.
Dude.
That dude is a bad dude. That dude
Yeah.
is bad.
Shit.
You look him up.
Dude, I can only imagine how many heads he's got.
That's
No,
funny though.
I want to say I think if I read it right, I think he has like 45 confirms.
45 confirmed heads. Damn, dude.
Yes,
That's
I think
Sniper?
that's right.
shit. Dude,
That-
that's some status.
Yeah.
That's some status right there when you can do that. Like, like damn.
I mean,
All right, man. So for
it's
me,
still pretty rad.
this is, dude, the work you're doing, everything you're doing. Is there anything that you're giving back? Do you work with any charities? Do you do anything of that nature? Like the Wounded Warrior Project. Do you do any stuff like that, or is it just, if somebody comes,
Donations.
or if somebody comes to you with something of that nature?
I haven't yet. I've gotten plenty of invitations to actually do them in the past, and the only reason why I haven't done it is because I was still in my establishment, trying to establish myself, and
Oh,
just
okay.
trying to get everything kind of going and stuff. And at the time, I just didn't, I really didn't feel like my stuff was good enough to be out there enough to be, you know, to show like, hey, I want to do this. Like, but like I said, like in 2027, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I will be doing. Like I will be getting involved in, wanting to do some charity work for the veterans because big of my actual customers are military, ex-military. Like have
Oh,
done
that's
a few,
awesome.
like I've done a few like military pistons, and I think I've done like the last 6 military ones were from wives that got their ex-marine husbands the military Mean Mug Pistons because their husbands were some of them had really hard PTSD, and I'm a huge advocate for men's mental health, and so their husbands follow my page, and they come to my page for like some motivation and just see what I got going on, and I just try to help all type of men just to stay alive and just to know that you're worth something, like you have a story that's worth telling. And so the wives, and the husbands are always talking to their wives about my page and it's not whatever. And, so coming up next year, like I will be getting involved with, certain military charities and stuff like that, just because, I'm at the point now where I want to give back now to people that have been supporting me. And, I just completed 6 years of doing it. So now it's my time to give back to my following and my supporters and stuff. So
Awesome,
2027,
man.
That's
Nice.
I'll
fucking.
be
That is
That's
actually
so
awesome.
great.
That
doing
is
I want to do
awesome.
more charities and stuff like that, just for like the veterans of heroes and all that stuff. So
Hell yeah,
Nice.
man.
Dude, that's so badass.
That's because you don't hear that.
No,
that
you
much
you really don't.
You
I mean, at a 6
and
year,
you know what?
at the 6 year mark that he's at,
Oh yeah.
and he's already like, all right, cool. I've been doing it for 6 years.
And
I
kudos.
want to pay it back.
And kudos on the sobriety because that's what got you where you at, and you're
yeah,
still continuing it. And it's a big ups because that's a struggle because we all got
In
vices.
itself.
We all got vices, and it's a struggle to be able to keep your mind occupied so you can continue focusing and meeting a goal that you want.
yeah,
Without having to fall back and feel like you're struggling to get back to where you're going. And I feel that you're
then people like if you've been following my page, you know that now that if you do have the fortune to own one of my Mean Mug Pistons, you know it's not just an actual art piece on your shelf. It's an actual beacon to let you know that hey, if I can do it, you can do it. That's one of my big models, is that dude, I'm a man. Like it's hard and life's already hard as it is, and then being a man in this time of life is difficult. But I'm not quitting. Like I'm not. And I want if you have my Mimo Piston and when you're having a bad day, you can look at it and be like, you know what? If he didn't quit and he's still going, I can still do it. And that's one of my big things about my Mimo Piston. It's not just about the being a gearhead. It's not just about being a greaser or whatever. At the end of the day, I want every man to go home safe and know that, you know what? If Jimmy from Mean Mug Pistons can be in sobriety or fight demons every day and still live a life and still do things and still be a provider, if he can do it, I can do it. And you know what? I'm choosing to do right, not just for me, but for my family.
nice, man. And that's awesome, man.
I love
That's
that.
that's something that
Not gonna lie, I love that.
you know what, fucking yeah, man. That hit home for a lot of people, and if it doesn't hit home for you,
It's
if,
gonna hit
if,
home for a
if,
lot of
if
people.
you're tuning in right now and you're having a hard time and you're struggling, you're going
Or
through some
tomorrow.
shit, or tomorrow, and holidays can be hard for some. Everything can be hard for everybody. But you know what? If Jimmy can go out there and knock out some badass artwork that'll make you want to look at something and make you smile and shit, I bet you he'd probably make them looking like they're
tell a
laughing.
story.
Like give you a story
Right.
behind something that made it. And to look forward into a positive light of what you're doing in life and not look down at a lot of burden shit. And if you can touch someone with your pistons and give a lighter an open light to be positive and give a better life to people and be like, hey man, this is what I do and I hope you like it and you got to take this and build something from it, and people get to look at your artwork every day. You have, and right now there's probably a guy who's from the military that has one of your pistons sitting at his desk.
Yeah.
There's probably someone who's active duty right now that he's staring at it and he's like, oh shit, that's I got that. And somebody's questioning him going, hey, where did you get that? Like, hey, I bought this. And like it's they're one-off pieces, but it hits home for everybody because it's a little piece of you to give everybody motivation to just keep going.
Yeah.
No matter how hard it gets in life, no matter how hard shit hits you, that little piece gets people through the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
And I thank you
we
for
get,
that.
we all know we're adults. Like we literally have this one life only. This is it. Us guys right now, we're talking in the moment, and this is it. Like we're all us fours are making the best of this conversation. And I can tell you right now, like when we're done with it, I'll be talking it for the rest of my life. Like I'll be talking about this
Yeah.
moment I did with y'all, because I shared a moment of my life with y'all, and to be able to sit here, and the only reason why I'm here is because I kept choosing myself. I kept choosing what tomorrow's me wanted, and that's what you have to keep choosing. Like y'all guys have to choose what tomorrow's you wants you to do. And if you keep choosing that, I
Absolutely.
guarantee you, and
Oh
I
yeah, man.
guarantee you, y'all life will be a little bit better. Just think about it. Like, what
Right.
will tomorrow's me want me to do? Like, and it'll
So
tell you what you
on
need to do.
that, man, on that,
He's not wrong.
you're not wrong on that, man.
Not at all.
And
Not at all.
right now, with what we were talking about, Jay Burb said, Mean Mug does some badass work. I love watching his videos when I was battling my depression. Definitely an inspiration. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's
Thank you.
one of our boys. He's out in
Thank
you.
Havasu.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Burbs is a good homie, and he just and
And
you know that speaks volumes.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. So, I mean, Jimmy's not wrong. I mean, you got to think, all right, cool. We were all going through COVID.
Oh yeah, we were all.
COVID hit every one of us differently.
Fucked it. It fucked my shit up. That's all.
I mean, for me personally, like I had to go to work, everybody else in my house, my kids, all that fun shit.
Shit,
I
I
can
was
stay
working.
home.
It was
You
horrible.
know, all
man.
that fun shit.
It was bad.
I'm just like, shit. You know, like I wish I could stay home, but I had to go out. I was an essential worker. You know,
Love you,
so
birds.
you know,
Love back
it was
to you.
just one of those things. It was like, man, I wish I could be there, but well, I had to put food on the table. You know, it was just one of those things. But
Yeah.
it got to me. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit it. During COVID, fuck yeah, great. I got to
It's
go to work.
definitely a different
I
animal
was
for
a
sure.
lucky. I was a lucky person that got to go to work, but it still sucked because I missed out on the whole family time. The whole family.
I get
Kids
that
weren't
part.
home.
Yeah.
Kids were home doing online schooling. I didn't get to be a part of that. You know, the roommates were fucking home. Everybody was home. I missed out on a lot of shit. You know,
I was still working. Like I was still working when that was going on.
Yeah, that's
When I caught COVID, I had 1 week, and I begged them to let me go back to work.
See,
It was after the pay cut.
I got COVID.
It was after the pay. Like I was essential.
Yeah.
And finally, I got sick at the end of COVID, and I tested positive for COVID, but I was done after 3 days.
Yeah.
I didn't get COVID. I got baby COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
See, I got COVID, and I was home for a month.
No,
I got COVID.
I didn't.
And then we
were working.
Time to stay home for 2 weeks, and then
I was a week.
Hunter's mom got
I got
COVID
3 times.
and then I was home.
Oh yeah, no.
I was home for another 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Burb said someday. Burb said someday he's going to own. Someday
Piece
I'll
of your
own
work.
a piece of Jimmy's work.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, dude, he's a solid guy, bro. Like we're having a good time. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, recently I've been doing raffles, to where they're $20.
What?
I do 50 spots.
Raffle.
This
guy's a-
Don't.
Hold on.
No.
Waffles?
You already said waffle.
I do a raffle. That's what
He does a lot of waffles.
But
There you go.
I've been telling people, I think I have been,
What's the
posting
spot
on
start off?
my social media that probably in September, which is my birthday month, I will be doing an actual giveaway. Not a raffle, but a giveaway. Is where I'm actually going to give back to my family, my Mean Mug family, and you're not going to pay anything. I'll actually be doing a 100% carbon and Mean Mug piston and actually giving it away to one lucky winner. Not only you'll get a Mean Mug piston, you'll actually get merch. You'll probably get a hat and a few shirts and stuff. And I'm actually in talks with some other artists, friends of mine, that they're going to be actually throwing in their actual artwork, so it'd be one big giveaway of like not just my Mean Mug piston, but it'll be a bunch of other stuff all together and stuff. Just because as artists, I have a lot of art friends now, which is amazing, and we all just try to help each other out. Like we share each other's posts and and all that stuff, and we just want to get our names out there to as many people as we can. So one of the things we're talking about is doing one big giveaway, to where it's all different pieces of artwork and stuff, and some badass stuff, man. I will say that's gonna be like some one-off, probably one-off like brass knuckles. That's gonna be some badass knives. It's gonna be some like like some other like can openers and stuff that are like handmade brass. It's gonna be like some pretty cool like handmade stuff. So just be on the lookout for the post and the Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff on the stories and stuff like that. So keep an eye out.
Oh yeah.
One lucky winner is going to be real lucky.
Yes, he really is.
Because once you said fucking raffles, this fool's all into that shit. That's all that fool does is raffles all
I am
day.
the raffle
king right now.
Yeah,
He's been winning a lot.
I've done 3 in within 1 year. I've done 3, and they've sold out. Like
there you go, dude. There you go. There you go.
I'm not doubting it. For his work, fuck no.
So now you know he's gonna find out when he have the next raffle, so he can get up in that.
I'm gonna be all up in your shit.
Yeah. I only do. I think the biggest one I did was my second one, which was I think I did 100 spots for $20, and you actually got a hat, a shirt, and the actual Mean Mug piston.
Oh, that's
and then the last one I did a Father's Day raffle was 50 spots for $20 a spot. And then you can even pick your numbers. Like a lot of guys like to pick their own numbers just because I don't know. I think they just think they get a better chance. which is fine with me.
Superstition.
No,
Superstition.
no, it's not a superstition.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
You know, any of
He,
this.
he
It's
wore
just-
socks and
there-
ran outside and counted to 3 and jumped in the
there
air.
are
Yeah.
specific
Yeah.
numbers in a man's life
Totally.
that
Yeah.
hold value.
Yeah.
It could be
I
a
have
month.
I have two numbers
It,
that
it could be a
that are
month. It
significant
could
for
be a
me.
year. It could be,
Yeah.
you know, any of these fun things. It doesn't have to be 1990 whatever, but it could just be the last two.
But
Right?
it was.
You're doing, you know, a raffle on. All right, cool. We're doing a raffle of 1 to 50.
Yeah.
Well, that falls into that category. All right, cool. I'm betting on that one. You know what I mean? That for me, that's what all of my raffles are. Like I have my set.
He plays the lottery on everybody's birthday.
No, it's not even that. It's not even birthdays.
No?
It's months.
On months?
Specific ones.
I play months. I don't play days. I play
But he doesn't
months.
go to the casino.
No, I don't. No, casino money? Oh fuck no! I'm going broke. Casino takes my money every time. No, I play months. When it comes to raffles, I play months. That's it.
See, that's why he's winning right now. This motherfucker's been winning
He
like
wins everyone.
everybody else's raffle
Okay,
right
so
now.
he wins everyone. I finally make him pay for me to play.
Yeah.
She
Good
lost.
numbers he would have picked too.
She
Yeah.
lost.
But I lose.
Yeah, I didn't pay.
You
Yeah,
paid for
I
it.
had this last one. The raffles are pretty funny because I'll get men that they're like I'll buy one spot, and then I had one guy that he literally came back. I think 3 weeks, like every week he got paid, he came back and bought like 2 more spots.
Bought another.
And then by the time he's done, I think when he was done, I think he ended up buying like 8 spots. And I was like, all right, I was like, cool, whatever,
Wow.
you can do it. But then he was like, I want to pick my own numbers. I'm like, all right, cool. He was like 1, it was like 1, 13, 27, 49, 50, and yeah, it was like, all right, whatever. So when I had my actual contestants' names, you know, he was one of the first few, so his name was like all over the actual roster and stuff. It was pretty
See?
funny.
No,
That's-
he plays a few when we do the raffles on.
Yeah,
like,
when
Facebook and stuff.
when I do a raffle, when she doesn't know, and then she finds out when I actually.
He wins all the time.
Yeah, no, I have my set like.
So he's sleeping, same guy that he normally wins from, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna win while he's sleeping. I'm gonna make him pay for it because he already has PayPal info.
Yep.
We do it, I lose.
But he wins.
But
She
he
loses,
wins.
he wins.
I didn't pick the
Yeah.
numbers.
So my next one will be a giveaway, and then
Nice.
I would actually do another raffle for so in September. So I'll be doing one in Christmas. I'll be doing an actual Christmas raffle for whoever, you know, for Christmas Day and stuff like that. And then I usually get pretty busy between like Thanksgiving to like 2 weeks before Christmas. I actually cut off I actually cut off the date. I think like December 10th or like 2-3 weeks before Christmas. I cut off any orders so that way I can finish everything up and actually ship out everything by
Oh,
2
wow.
weeks before Christmas and
that's
stuff.
cool.
That would still work for me.
Oh, yeah.
No, even if it cuts off like, hey, it's not going to get to you at Christmas. I mean, I just need it by the 31st.
I had one lady order and I shipped it to her literally 2.5 weeks before Christmas. And
Oh, wow.
her actual post office, I think it was in some small town in Montana, to where it got really bad snow, and so the actual post office wasn't delivering, but she just happened to know the actual manager of the spot, and they actually drove in the snow to the actual post office, and her
To go
friend
get it?
opened
Yep.
up it just to get the actual Mean Mug Pistons so her husband can have
Yeah.
something to open on
Nice.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, so
Damn.
for me, so like my mom and Big Bobby,
Yeah.
they got married on the 31st. They got married on New Year's Eve because it was open back in '99.
Because it was open.
Yeah,
Who did?
the courthouse, Mom and Bobby. Yeah,
Wow.
So my mom and her husband. It was either the 31st or like the 1st or something like that, and it was right here in Moon Valley. Yeah, we're not going to go into the details
Yeah,
on this
so
one.
that's
But yeah, it was still great.
and that's
the
why
whole vows and all that. Oh yeah, no, it was
why
epic as shit.
and that's why Mom is gonna get her own piston.
Yep.
And he's gonna have when he gets them to you, and,
Yep.
you know, you can make.
I already texted Big Bobby. I was like, no, I need 2 pistons.
Yeah.
Can you make Dude, you got to make one and put on the top of it Sergeant.
Asshole.
No,
Yeah.
no, not
I
Sergeant
can do it.
asshole.
I can engrave. I've engraved some pretty funny stuff in certain Pistons and stuff that I
Trust me.
couldn't.
We were
I
already
couldn't
talking.
post.
Buck,
and
no,
stuff.
no, you put Sergeant Spam.
That's her.
That's me.
Sergeant
That's her. She's not
That
dead
is
yet.
me.
She ain't dying.
I'm gonna outlive all you motherfuckers.
I don't know.
She's
well,
not wrong.
Nah,
I'm the youngest.
I
I'm like,
know.
she's not
but
wrong.
with your clogged arteries and not enough Chinese food and Korean food that you've eaten, you
I
eat.
eat Vietnamese food.
That's why. That's
That's not
super
Chinese.
clogged artery. Like that's super greasy. Just
It's
climb
not.
that.
The one sandwich I eat once a month. If
That's
that,
why you're feeling
You
that
eat
right now.
3/4.
I know,
of
and I
that
had a
sandwich
mini
every
stroke,
time.
and I.
So how much lard do you use for your burritos and
Anyways,
tacos?
back
and
on the
stuff?
ranch.
Super large.
Back on the ranch.
How many gallons of oil do you go on?
Back on the
lot.
ranch.
A lot. So much that I have to send it to him so he can make some fucking shit out of all
Anything.
that grease.
Back on the ranch.
Back on the ranch. It's a
There
lot
you
of
go.
back on the ranch.
Fuck.
Back a lot on the ranch.
Sorry.
No, you good?
No, it's
Who's
only
on my side? Vietnamese food. Oh, it's so good. It's
trendsetter.
fun, but yeah.
Fucking trendsetter.
Trendsetter's our friend, not yours.
There we go.
Ah,
Thank you,
motherfucker.
trendsetter.
It's not
All
spicy
right.
at all.
For me, dude, I can't fathom that, like you have like you got people buying all your stuff. Have you had to send anything overseas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna
Australia.
say, oh,
my
fuck yeah, he does.
Australians. My Australians
Oh, wow.
are probably my number one customers.
Nice. Shout out to all the
Yeah,
Aussie
Bro,
homies.
I love my
Well-
Aussies. My Aussies are probably the best customers I've ever had.
Fuck yeah.
I
Shout
love
out to all
my
the Aussie
United
homies.
States. I love my
Hell yeah.
Americans. But my Aussies, man, bro, they show so much love. Like,
Dude.
I love them. It's expensive though. Like it is
Shipping.
expensive to ship to Australia. Like it's very
Really?
expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So
Because Australia is the farthest. It's the farthest place to send something.
okay. So how much is one package just going out there?
So I had one guy bought one of my first Aussies that actually bought two Mean Mug Pistons. Like they were 5.7s Chevy Pistons, and there were
Okay.
two of them, and I think it with shipping alone was $150
Yeah, I
on
believe
top,
it.
plus the Mean Mug Pistons. So I think he spent a total of American dollars. I think it was like almost like $680 or $700. But
not bad.
the actual
That's not-
both
okay.
and stuff. But the most
mean,
of it
in
was
all-
the
in
actual
all
shipping.
reality-
That's not bad. Like
No, that's
And
not
then
bad.
That's not bad.
it took 2 months. 2 months to get to him.
Oh shit.
okay.
Okay,
it
that
takes
time
forever
frame,
because
that
it has to
sucks.
go through. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I love shipping overseas and stuff, but man, it's a process of. I actually have to package the Mean Mug Piston a certain way because just in case it goes through customs and they have to open it, they don't actually put it back nicely. So when I ship stuff overseas, I ship it in a certain way so that when they take it apart, when they take it out and they take it and unravel it, they actually can put it back together, back in the box to where it should be. Because I've had it
Oh,
before where I shipped it just
okay.
like this, and I had to redo it and reship it because they actually broke it, putting it back
Oh,
in the
wow.
box. They didn't wrap it up good enough, and it still had to go another month. So it took another month to get to them. By the time it got to them, the jaw was
Fucking-
broken, the casing was
shit.
missing, and all this stuff. So it's a
Oh, damn.
process. It's a process to ship stuff overseas, but it is an amazing feeling knowing that I have Mean Mug Pistons in Australia, in England, in Kuwait, in
What, in Kuwait?
in
Wait, you
Kuwait
said
and stuff.
Kuwait?
Yeah.
That's badass.
I mean, you got to realize that's where the most recent non-war.
Dude, I know, but that's still
Was.
badass. And Trendsetter said, that's like 2
$2
million,
million
in Aussie money. 2
Yeah.
million in
And
Aussie
it's
money.
expensive too for them. So when I have an Aussie that actually buys my stuff, I know he's pretty well the money converting to Aussie money to American money is different. So it'll cost them more money to actually buy my stuff. And so when I know when they buy it, I'm like they're pretty well off, or they just save up to actually
They know
buy my
what
stuff.
they're-
And I will
Yeah,
say this: that one of the best gratifications is I'm a blue collar guy. I grew up in, so I know what it is to save up something Save up something, your hard-earned money, to buy it, whether it's a car part, whether it's something you're really interested in. And so when I hear a gentleman or even wives even tell me like, I want to know the prices so that way I can save up. So when I get all the money, I can actually pay it all and stuff and then get it. And so when they do that, like those, I put a little bit more detail and a little bit more love and passion into those. I mean, they all get, amazing work. But when I hear the wives say, we've been saving up for, 6, 7 months, it's like I know what it is to not have a lot of money or not and be in financial situations to where we have to save up so much money just to do it or whatever. And then for them to say that we've been saving up for 6 months because I know he really loves your artwork, and now we have the money to pay for it. I'm like, I can't fuck it up
Nice.
now. Like I got to make sure this thing's gonna be tip top
No,
shape.
no.
Like
Like I can't fuck
without
it. I'm
any
like I got
pressure.
this.
Like, but I
Yeah.
love it though. And then
Like
the
no
fact
pressure.
that,
I got you.
and then when I make it and I send it to them, and then the wives actually record the actual unboxing, and to actually, I've had a few guys cry, and it's like that right there, like broke me. I'm like, good night. Like, I've never in my wildest dreams think that my artwork would touch somebody that
But it
much to
does,
where
man.
they
It
get
does. You
emotional.
got
Yeah.
you have people right now that it you're saving people one piston at a time.
Yes.
For people in the military, you're saving one of those guys.
It doesn't even
One
have
at
to
a
be a
time.
military
It
thing.
doesn't, but
Yeah.
still,
No.
You're saving one family at a
Yeah.
piston at a
Oh, here's our
time.
turkey friend.
It's one of those things like you
What
don't
up, yo?
you don't realize what your art is doing.
Take a look
Oh,
just
yeah,
at Burb.
yeah.
I mean,
So-
Burb's watched videos
Yeah.
and gotten inspiration.
You're doing something. Yeah, Burbs might not have bought nothing,
but it
he's
helped him
watching
get
these
through
videos and it
his-
helps him
through the
get
day.
through something in his day.
Just watching him knock some shit
it's
out.
just one of those things you don't realize what somebody is reaching out buying your shit,
what they're
or,
going, what they're going through,
what
through
they're
that
going
nature.
through at the end of the day, and then he
Yeah.
gets these videos that are just turning him upside down, and he doesn't even realize how much that meant to this person on the other side of the ocean.
Country, yeah,
And that
you're touching many lives.
that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
You're touching many lives.
So at the beginning of it, and at the beginning, I was really targeting my audience was gearheads. That was like my main focus, right?
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit all the gearheads, and I want to do this and that, whatever. But then I started noticing that a lot of the gearheads, they're not actually like, I gotta put this nicely, they're not financially stable because
We make really bad,
we
poor
make really
decisions.
bad
You know what I
financial
mean?
decisions.
Don't get me wrong. I'm the same way. Like
We
I'm the
buy
same
a
way.
lot of
I'm not really
car
financially stable. Like as far as like cars and stuff and like hobbies and stuff like that. I'm waiting for my last and I got kids and I'm almost done them leaving the house.
Almost done. I like how he says that.
Once my last one's done, it's over. Like and now it's my
Hey,
turn kind of thing.
yeah, how many you got? How many
You're
you got
three
left?
left.
Seven.
He's
I
got
got
three
three
left.
left.
Yeah,
I got
so
3 out of 5.
Yeah, my oldest just graduated college and he's going for his master's, but he's on his own. And then my daughter
So he
is
don't
going into her
count.
senior year, and then she'll be on her own next year. And then my
So
little
she
man,
don't count.
he's starting 8th grade, so I got one left. And
All right,
I told my
so
wife already,
so
I was like,
she-
babe,
Nice.
when he's done, that's it.
That's
Me and
it.
you, and
Yep.
it's crazy because my son, he asked me that question. He was like, Dad, why don't you have any hot rods or do you not want a motorcycle and stuff? And I was like, no, yeah. I would love to have a hot rod. I would love to.
But I had to help you.
Yeah.
I would love to have
I'd
all
love
that
to have
stuff. But
that.
I told him, I was like, look, the reason why I don't is not because your mama won't let me. I said, it's because every time, because that takes time and emotions and it takes priority over things that I want to do with you guys. I was like, so
Damn. Well, I'm not even a dad in that. seat.
so all my money and my time I'm investing into you because I want you to have the amazing life that I had plus more, and everything that I needed I'm giving to you because I'm giving you that time. And
It's
then I
those
just don't have
memories.
I just don't have the extra funds to really fix up stuff the way I want to, because when I want to do something it's going to be expensive, and I don't want to
Yep.
take away anything away from you and your brother and sisters. I said, so you know what? I'll just wait till y'all done with school and you're on your own, and then it'll be my time. And then of course, you're gonna be old enough to where if you want to use my truck or my motorcycle or my cars, whatever, you're more than welcome to come use it. But Until then, it's all about you and stuff.
So, like you said,
Yeah.
Wes, it was
Memories.
it's memories. Like Wes
Yeah.
puts it as memories. You have a microphone now, so they can hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just make sure.
It's memories. I mean, you either make them or you don't. And
Yeah.
if you don't make them, you lose out.
Yeah.
So
You really do. You
I
really do. I can admit it. And my oldest son, I say probably the first 10 years of his life, like, we he's old enough. He's 22. He's an amazing kid. He just graduated from Texas A&M, and he's fixing to go into his master's degree and stuff like that. And we've had, it's, I don't know how old your kids are, but one of the best transitions that I'm liking is the fact that he's a grown young man. So I seeing him and talking to him as a young adult man has really been a blessing for me, because now I can conversate for him like an actual man. Like, we can have man
Oh, okay.
conversations and stuff, and it's been really good. And he's told me too, saying he was like, I remember being younger and asking mom where you were at and you were working and stuff, and hearing that stuff. And I'm glad later on in life I changed my trajectory of how I wanted to live my life and work, and how I did things, because now I'm more mentally present with my kids than just being present. And that's one of the most important things as being a dad is, I think every dad wants to be present, but when you can be
Yep.
mentally present with your kids, it opens up a bigger door to be available for your kids' emotions, your kids' abilities to how to love and everything else and stuff.
Well, I know that hits hard for you guys because you guys are fathers.
Yeah.
And I know that hits hard because you guys are watching your kids grow.
Mine's a little different. but
Yeah, yours is a little different, but
We're not going down that
your
rabbit hole.
your oldest.
They're out of the house.
Well, I got three boys and 32, 24, and my
One just
youngest will just
graduated,
be
right?
turning 18 next month and
Yeah.
just graduated in high school. So, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about
Yeah.
My-
and everything else.
My
So,
oldest is he is
They.
20.
They.
Whatever.
No,
No, you
no,
gotta
no,
be
no. In all
okay.
reality, no.
They.
In all
No,
reality,
yeah.
they are 20. My youngest
17.
daughter is 17. She already graduated. She graduated early,
From high
a
school.
year and a half early from high school. She got her shit
It's been out
done.
forever.
And then I have 13, 9, and 7
Okay.
boys.
So almost
All
10.
boys.
Yeah, I've got 3 boys that are just
So 2 girls, 3 boys.
waiting to rip the world apart, and I've got
Yeah.
2 girls that are just like, nope,
The
fuck
oldest.
you.
and I don't have nothing. I don't have kids or married, so yeah, all I got is like dirty rags and
He's got dirty socks,
got dirty socks.
crusty socks that stand up on their
But
own.
you know,
Yeah.
but that's just as good as not
Right.
having kids. Like, I have some friends that don't have any kids. They're my age and they don't have any kids, whatever. And they try to kind
You
of
know
be
what's
like,
fun?
kind of talk down and be sad. I'm like, don't. I was like, trust me. Like, if you ain't ready to have kids, don't have kids. Like, really
No,
don't.
Hey, okay.
Like I told you,
I
don't
know.
do it.
So
you
like,
weren't ready. Don't
okay,
do it.
but like how you were saying,
Don't start now.
we don't
Shit,
talk.
You're old.
We don't talk down to you. We're just like, hey, I get to go and do this without having the kids.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going? I'm gonna go out of town without kids. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to this place without kids.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go do this. Like, after a while, you're just like, I get it. You don't have kids.
Yeah, I
You know,
know. I
like,
think it's that, and then I have some friends that they kind of envy the whole companionship of, when you're single and stuff, you get a little lonely, or you get a little and you get into a point to where you're like, I think I want to have a companion or whatever, and they kind of see the actual dads and the kids and stuff, and so I have men that are single and that I have talked to, like, kind of off the edge and stuff. I'm like, I mean, you have to look like it's just much more as a blessing to be single, because it allows you to really focus on what you really need and what you really want for yourself. Like, you really get to write your story a whole lot better because you're not having any other distractions other than yourself. So you have to remember that. Like there's a reason why you're single. There's a reason why you don't have kids or whatever, and that's an amazing thing. Like, if you don't tap into that, you're really missing life. Like, don't kids will come later when God, the universe, really wants you to have it. He will make it happen. But until then, bro, ball out, like ball out. You know, do what you got to do. You know,
Then
really
do it,
really
dumbass.
tap into being the prime of yourself. Like you're single, you whatever. Like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna be the best version of myself, who I am. And if I don't have any
Start
kids,
doing that.
that's fine. I don't have kids. Like I'm still gonna be the best who I am. That's it, and stuff.
Hell
So
yeah,
don't
dude.
feel bad or don't feel like you have to
No,
have
no,
kids to be a
I
companionship.
it's just
I'm
He's
not
gonna
saying
go
you
rush
are, but I'm
out,
just
get him
saying
a
like
mail order
I'm
bride.
just saying for the men that are out there, don't feel that don't feel that it's like, oh, I want to be like them. Like 'cause honestly,
Roman,
like it's life is already hard, and when you throw kids in the mix of it, makes it even harder.
sorry. A friend of ours just chimed in. Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Roman
FTK is what he
FTK.
said.
Roman said, "Fuck them kids."
Yeah, man. It gets that way sometimes. Cause you're just like, and then you're like, man,
no,
these little
but
things.
I
Like,
mean, and that's the thing. Like, I get what you're saying completely. Like, I have kids.
Yeah.
That humbled me as a person. It was something that my life was in need of to mellow my ass the fuck out. And Moses doesn't have kids, but I came into his life or he came into my life, one of the two.
Yeah, man.
And now, he understands, like, oh shit, like, you can't go fuck around the way I want to fuck around, but he understands, like, all right, cool, like, you've got to do what you got to do, but I'm going to go do my thing. And then when we don't have kids, all right, cool, now we're going out and fucking around and finding out the way we need to.
Yeah.
The way that I want to, and it hits different,
Yeah.
every time,
Yeah, because like I always ask him all like.
Yeah,
every,
he always asks me.
like, hey,
he's
you got
like,
the
he's
kids?
like,
You
dude,
got the kids this
you
weekend?
got the kids
We
or something
haven't
like
been
that.
together forever. He
You know,
still hasn't figured out the schedule.
And I mean,
forget
at the
about
same time, Moses is always like,
That's what happens when you're single.
he'll come home after he's out doing his thing. He's like, dude, it's so great. I love watching you with the kids. It's like, well, that's great, but you don't have to have kids to be in my situation. Just watch. Just observe. You can see what the fuck I have.
Or find a couple hoes with some ladies.
Don't try to be me.
Find a couple
There's
hoes with some
no
ladies.
reason to be me.
Yeah.
Like, live your life the way you want to live your life.
But I want a couple hoes with some babies.
Don't do that either.
Why do you want hoes with babies?
Don't
want a couple
adopt
hoes with some babies.
No,
Just
no.
hoes.
Just bring the hose home.
Couple hoes with some babies.
I don't want to babysit your babies.
See,
Or your
Not
hose.
babysitting your
I don't
babies.
want to babysit your
See?
hose babies.
so that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens after. So for him, it's really late. For us, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So after
Okay.
10 o'clock, we get a little down and dirty, and we talk about the dumbest shit ever. So,
Oh, you good? Y'all good? Y'all good?
so I want to get back to like when people ask you like the weirdest shit to put on the piston. You said like, I know somebody had to tell you like put a little dick or something stupid on one to be like
Some
hey,
raunchy
like,
shit.
Some raunchy shit. Has somebody asked you to put something inappropriate on a piston for a gift to someone?
Not actual like raunchy as far as in sexual stuff. I've had people wanting to put like very vulgar political stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Holy shit.
That
Yeah.
could go one of two
We're not-
ways.
we're-
Yeah,
We're not doing
no,
that.
no, wait.
Yeah.
Back on the ranch.
Back on the rant, but
Yeah.
at least he said that some people want something to that nature
Yeah.
to put on.
And which I'm fine
Yeah.
with it. Like I mean, if you're paying for it, it's art. Like if that's what you want, you're gonna do it. But I'll tell them
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
if it's I've like recently I've had a few rise in the SS.
Oh, wow.
what
No
people
way.
want, like a lot of the
Fuck.
pickle woods,
Are you
the woods
serious?
and stuff.
Oh.
I've had a rise in them and stuff, and
Wow.
they're cool with me not advertising it or actually showing
wow.
it. Like there's a lot of pistons that that are out there with the actual SS on it, which
wow.
is beautiful. Like I've done really good jobs on it and stuff because it met what they want and stuff and the style and stuff like that. But I just won't. Like I'll tell them like, hey, you cool with me not posting it because I'm not saying that I'm not against it or whatever. It's just,
Yeah.
there's just a type of people that I don't want them to come after my page because they think that I'm actually
because of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
of that whatever. And
You,
they're like,
you
no,
don't. Yeah.
that's cool. Don't worry about it. You know, when we get it, we're just gonna share it to our people. This, not whatever. Like I can
All right,
honestly say
cool.
that I can honestly say there's a lot of my artwork. Like I said, I just finished my 595th one, and out of those almost 600, there's quite a few hundred that never got posted because of
Because
what
of
was on
that
there.
style of work.
Yeah,
Okay.
because what was on there.
All right. I'm gonna.
Super private.
All right. I'm gonna ask you this, and it's just me. I'm out off camera. I would love to.
You're on camera.
Well, whatever. I would love
Off
to.
the record?
Can you
Off the
say?
record?
Can you off the record?
But it's still not.
You're
it's
still on the record.
It doesn't matter. I would love to see some of that artwork. I would. If you can send
Yeah.
me some of that, I would love to see that. That's just
Yeah.
me personally. So you know what I mean. And that's cool because that like it's cool because for me, I like that you're be able to give someone that kind of stuff. You're able to venture off into something that you
It's
know
truly personalized.
way personal. You know, and like
and,
everybody says,
and for me, it for me, I see it. It kind of goes hand in hand with it, especially I'm doing Harley Davidsons, and I'm actually doing like they were all done on Harley Davidson Pistons, like
oh wow,
all of them, like
oh
all that
wow,
type of
okay,
style artwork, and that's
okay,
really big in that culture. It's really huge,
oh wow, I didn't know
from
that.
like years and stuff. Like the whole the whole SS, the lightning bolts and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
That's a real big thing in the Harley Davidson culture and stuff. So a lot of that stuff was done on the actual Harley Davidson Pistons and stuff like that. So I mean,
sure.
it for me to say it literally goes hand in hand,
Hand
like
in hand. Okay.
hand in hand. Like when you think of Harley Davidson and stuff, you either think of Hell's Angels, or you think of the SSs, or the other
Yeah,
people and
it
stuff. And
goes. It all
it
ties
just goes hand
together.
in hand. Like, so for me, when they ask for it, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, it doesn't go together. I'm like, no, it does. Like, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Like, it goes together. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have one without the other. Like, so when
Yeah.
they ask me, I'm like, yeah, I can do it. That's no problem.
Wow, dude, that's awesome, man. Because you're
So
able to.
just about whatever you want, you send it to him.
Yeah,
And he either makes it happen or he doesn't.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's
Well,
dude, that's
it's
awesome.
he makes it happen, but
It's to a point.
It
It's
depends.
to a
It
point.
depends on what he wants to post.
Yeah, so
Right,
it's to a point of what you know what I mean. Like
He makes pieces, but then there could be some super private pieces.
you know that
Yeah.
are just
Which they
like
are,
hey man,
because-
I don't need this to like this is to my personal collection. This is something that I
and
like
the
that I
actual
prefer.
clients are really they've been the ones that have actually said that, hey, we're okay that if you're not wanting to post it or whatever, which will fine, but we still want to have you do the artwork because we love your actual art. Like, we love your
Okay,
how you make stuff, and we're cool with
dude.
you're not cool with posting it, and we're not asking you to post or advertise it, but we do want to support and be and have you as our artist for whatever.
Okay, so they give you the recognition, throughout that, like if that piece is being displayed or something like, hey, the work was done by
Yes.
Mean Mug Pistons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which I have, like, I've gotten a lot of referrals from them because I've done a piece, and they're like, well, my buddy, their buddy messaged me like, hey, I just saw so and so's piece, and I would love to have one also if you can do the same thing. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can
Oh
do it, no
wow.
problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of my artwork's been referrals. Like, I've done one for one guy, and he was like he was in a I think recently he was in a Chevy, like a Chevy group, like a Chevy Facebook group, whatever. And
Yeah.
he actually paid when he got one made, and he took it to the actual, like, his little club, whatever. And then I think there was like 20, 25 of them in there, and out of the 25, I did like 10 of them, like 10 of the actual guys
Damn.
and stuff.
Wow.
Because
Shit.
what happens with these groups and in different men in these organizations, are just men in general. Like, I've done it too, where I'm like, I love what it looks like, but I don't know anybody that has one yet. So do I really want to roll the dice and see if it's really good or not? But like, all it takes is one. All it takes is one person to buy it,
Oh,
and then
trust
once that
me.
one person buys it and actually brings it to
Yeah.
the group, and everybody sees it,
Domino.
like, oh man, I
Oh,
love it, I
yeah.
want it. Like, where did you get it at?
Yeah.
And then it just
Yeah.
snowballs from there. Like, I can say the last like 600 Customers have all been because one person bought it and it just snowballed because
It's a
I saw so
referral.
and so had it, now I want
Yeah.
one. Oh, I saw so and so have it, and I want one, and it's just it's
So
just
it
that's
just
just how art
snowballs. It's
goes.
just a big snowball
Yeah,
into
it's it's
word
just
of
like with
mouth.
any other business. Like you have a really good mechanic, and you're like, who fixed your brakes? Like, oh, so and so did. I'm like, oh, okay, let me go to him. Or who did your
And
paint
then
job?
just
Oh, so and so did. It's just it just keeps going. Like, and when I learned to actually start treating my artwork like a business, that's when everything started kind of like switching for the
oh
better.
wow.
Yeah,
So it was that one flip of the switch,
yeah.
and it was just boom, 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 boom,
When
boom.
yeah when I changed my thought process of it being just an art piece to actually art business and having the mentality of running it like an actual body shop in the business, it
Oh
started getting
wow.
better.
Oh shit, dude, that is awesome, man. Because you're able to do everything what you do and take an art form and turn it into to many forms of life
Yeah,
from that one piston. It's able to touch many people in many different ways with that one piston, and it goes from a piece of raw aluminum to something that is so personal that it touches people in many different ways, that it's life changing, it brings closure, and it's helping a family or someone in need. One 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 piece of what you put into it is helping someone, no matter what
yeah.
they're going through in life.
I
Yeah.
think the and that and the main message in this whole the Pistons and everything is the fact that these Pistons were all being thrown out. They're all being thrown away. And for a lot of men are just people in general. Like I have like women that are gearheads and they have purchased quite a few. And the message in the old Pistons is the fact that just because you feel like you're being thrown away or life's kind of getting away from you, you can always make the choice to come back and be better. And so that's how these Pistons are. Like they're being thrown away. They're in 55-gallon barrels, going to be melted down, being trashed. But somebody came along and saw potential in them and wanted to bring back to life. And that's the message in my whole thing is that just because you feel like your life's in the shithole doesn't mean that somebody can't come around and see the potential in you and make you a new life. And that's my story and what I put in show and tell people with my Mean Mug Pistons. It's the fact that just because you're being thrown away doesn't mean you can't have a second life and second chance.
That's dope.
Shit, man, that's damn fool. That hits home. That hits
Sorry
home.
to get deep on you guys, but that's
And
that's my
No,
no,
it's
main
all
that
good,
that's
man.
deep, man,
that's
and that
like
Oh, it
if
was.
you know
and
It was
that
stupid deep.
shit, dude.
if
That
you
was
really want to know the real meaning of my story and the real
and
meaning
that's
of
good, man.
why I do it and why I push and why I do things why I do it, why I not gonna quit whatever, is because of that. It's because every day, and not just men but women, but mainly men, like we get to the point to where we think that we don't have a way out and we don't think that nobody can help us, but there's always somebody that can come and show you and give you the courage that you still have potential in you no matter what you are. Like you may have a worn out life, you may have been a worn out addict, or people think that you're a shitty dad or whatever. And but you know what? There's somebody that can actually show you and give you the potential that you still have a story to tell, and I'm gonna take you and create something out of you and show the world that no matter what beating you got, you still look good. You can still be something in life. And that's what Mean Mug Pistons is about. So when you get one,
Yeah, man.
that's the story. It's the story that, you know what? I may have been a bad dad or whatever, but you know what? I have a second chance to be something. No matter what was life thrown at me.
Damn, dude. That's
I love the story, man.
shit, dude. That's
I love it, man.
God damn.
damn, dude. You gonna make me tear up for a little bit
So
because
I
that
mean, but
that
it's
hits,
the truth.
bro. No, it hits because it's
It hits. I mean, for me, I've got 5.
Yeah.
I went through a real shitty divorce, getting custody of 2 girls in Arizona was it was
Full
a
custody.
it was a
Not afraid to
5-year
say.
battle,
It wasn't
Yeah.
custody; it was full custody.
and I ended up walking away with full sole legal custody, decision
That's awesome.
making,
It's
the whole
amazing.
9 yards.
That's
But
amazing.
it was a fucking battle every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, for,
Yeah,
for
I
me,
know all about that. I did child support for 18 years, and it was difficult. And the fact that I know the pain of it. So
yep.
that's another thing that I help, that I have experience with, where I can speak to men that are going through situations like that, because I went through it and stuff. So yeah, it's tough. And then when I
So
hear the
it,
actual good outcome where the dads are like, I got full custody, and it's like, okay, great.
yep.
I'm just
No,
amazing. Like, I'm
it,
glad.
it,
Like,
it was an uphill battle. Like I was so out here in Arizona. There was MCO or MCSO, yeah, MCSO mugshots. So every 2 days, a new roster would get uploaded to this website. So I spent 5 years out of my life going on this website every 2 days looking for their mom
yeah,
to pop up on there. Every time she would pop up, cool. I would call it. I would text work. Hey, I got to call off. All right, cool. Call off work. I'd have to go down to the courthouse, the whole 9 yards. Like, all right, cool. We got to take this time off. Like, all right, cool. We're doing this battle, back and forth, and I would get shut down like at least 9 out of 10 times.
yeah,
It was like shit. I'm like,
The fact that she was an unfit mother.
she was on dangerous drug paraphernalia, all this fun shit,
he had
dangerous
to
drug
fuck that
possession, all this crap. And I'm still sitting here like I'm taking care of these kids. She showed up one night at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, dropped them off. Oh no, I can't do this. And it was a whole shit show. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, all right, this is what we're doing. Like, I'm gonna be a fucking dad. Like, I wrote it out. I'm still riding out,
yeah,
and now I've got other kids, the boys, their other half is involved the whole 9 yards. It works out great, but it was like, goddamn, like I fought a fuck ton to get where I was for the girls, and it was like, damn, the boys it would be way easier, but no, I don't have to worry about it because
yeah.
our co-parenting skills are fucking great with the boys, but it's just like, damn, with the girls, like, fuck. Yeah, that shit sucked.
The boys
Yeah.
have 3 different moms.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
3 different moms that you
no,
deal with.
my boys all have 3 different moms
One's
and
black.
2 different dads.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let that
That's
sink in
weird.
for a minute.
That's a little
Yeah.
weird, but yeah.
It's a lot of math.
No,
No,
It's a
Nope.
lot of math.
nope. 3 different moms, 2 different dads.
my child, dad,
Yep.
different mom, different dad.
Yeah. No. I mean, and the boys. I mean, it's
Right now we have 2 of them.
it's
in the
it's a
house.
walk in the park compared to the girls. I
Yeah.
mean, it was. I couldn't leave those girls. If I would have left those girls where they would have ended up. Oh damn. We
But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this to you, all 3 of you that are dads. You guys made it through your struggle. You have your kids. You're
Thank
doing
you.
everything for your kids,
Yeah.
and I know that some of them don't see it, but in the long run, a lot of them do see it.
Yeah.
Because his one that just graduated from high school at a very young age, it's just
Our
like,
17-year-old.
she's one that is like, dude, how many parents can say, hey, oh, my kid graduated
a
early?
year and a half early.
Yeah. How many parents can say that? Not a
Well,
lot.
She was 16 and graduated.
It's the fact that you guys as fathers are showing that you guys been through the struggle and are still coming out on top and being there for your kids and continuing to show them the way that they don't have to fight the hard way to get through life. That
Yeah.
you guys already protested, struggled, did everything to them
but
to
that's-
give them a easier way to not have to struggle through life.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like these kids, as they graduate or turn into adults
Teenagers
and start doing things, they see what mom
Yeah.
did or what
Dad,
Dad
does.
did. They see the fights that are not
Yeah.
necessarily a fight.
It's like my dad said, the kids always know.
Yeah, they always,
always
know, and they're always watching.
Yeah.
And for both my girls, oh yeah, they know all the way through and through. I've kept a file on all the bullshit that we went through.
So here's the thing for all three of you. With you having your hobby and you is Mean Mug Pistons a full-time job, or you're still doing the collision work, right?
It's
Or is it a
both. It's full time. I do both full time.
both full-time?
But the
Okay,
reason
so
why
it's pretty much your second job.
yeah. Well, yes, you can. Well, yeah. Now you can say it's second job, but now that I was able to, I've moved out of my garage and I actually built a studio in my actual body shop, so I have everything under one roof. So everything, so the body shop. So I
Hey,
run my
you're
body shop.
cheating. You're cheating, way, because you got all the tools right there. You got all
Yeah.
the polishing hammers.
Got everything.
No more struggling like you did in the
Nope.
garage with. Fuck, dude,
It
I
was a
don't got. And
long.
then you're sitting there bending.
It's
Yeah,
been a journey. It's been the last 6 years I've been in the have been a crazy journey to where, to where I'm at now, and the fact that not only that I'm in a body shop, but I'm actually back with my dad, and able to be with him.
damn,
My
dude,
dad's
that
77.
is awesome.
My dad's
77.
77. My dad's 77 and still puts in 10-hour days here with me at the shop. But now I'm able to be here and to do the actual body shop. Do everything like run the business.
Shit.
Do the collision work and do my actual Mean
Damn,
Mug
boy.
Pistons and still be able to
Oh
allow
wow.
my dad to start, tapering off to
Wow.
where, by the time he's 80, he'll be completely retired and the whole business will be mine.
Nice.
Wow, man. Well,
I just wanted to real quick.
Yeah, go
I just wanted to commend you, Jimmy, on the advocacy,
for men's
as you
health.
were pointed out earlier, and everything else, because there's not a whole lot of people that do that, just in general. And the fact that you've learned through your story early on and everything else that has led you to where you are and everything else, and the fact that you can reach out to us three or whatever, and whoever you make contact with in regards to that advocacy for men's mental health and everything else like that, dude. And honestly, I commend you, because there's not a whole lot of people that have that opportunity, and if they do have that opportunity, to step up and actually like make use of it.
Yeah.
So, if nobody's told you that, or if they have, dude, like honestly, I commend you. And I would say it even on behalf of our podcast brothers and everything else, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's something to be proud of.
yeah, man.
And I mean, I would love to advocate more myself, just like you. I'm not sure how far you do it or whatever, but I mean, dude, it's something to be proud of. So
No, you know what? Like it's like that. It takes one phone call, one text,
Yep.
one reach out to somebody and go, "Hey, man, you doing okay?
Yeah.
Jimmy,
True.
you doing all right? You doing all right, Jimmy?"
Yeah.
That's all it
And then
takes. Is
and
one.
then, a
one
lot
thing.
of it too. What I've noticed, what I've learned in my thing is, it's not a lot of it's not so much just asking, but it's living. It's how you're living. Because a lot of us men, or a lot of men that I've experienced with, I've worked with a lot of men in shops and stuff. So I've seen the different characteristics of how men act and how they are and stuff. And I will be honest, like a lot of men don't or don't want to ask or don't want to talk because they were never taught how to. And
Yeah, true.
there's a lot of men that won't conversate or won't ask. So in order to get to them, is you have to be the chapter in the book that they want to read, how you live and how you act. So if you in that chapter, you being that book for them, is living a positive life and being positive and showing that even though we have a bad day, I can still be a positive person. They'll read that because they're watching you. And a lot of men in blue collar or in the industry are visual learners, so they will see you and visually see how you're living and how you wanted to be, and sooner or later, one time or another, they are going to ask you, man, what are you doing different in your life compared to me? And then that's when the doors open, and that's when you talk to them. But sometimes they won't talk, so you have to be your life
true.
has to be the voice for them to hear you.
That one just hit way fucking different for my unofficial job title. That one just hit way the fuck different. Like
So
way the fuck
yeah, so
different.
that I've done a lot of my research and advocate and research how to like how to reach men mentally because I was in the body shop business, which I am, and I worked for Caliber for 13 years, and in being in the body shop business, it's been the same. It's been the same soup just reheated, and it's the same thing over and over. And I just got
It feels
tired
like
of it.
you're going in circles,
Yeah,
right?
you're
Yeah,
going in
it's the
circles
same
all
thing.
the
And I was
time.
like,
Going in
Yeah.
circles.
man, I was like, us men. I was like, these men, they're like we're hardwired to be valued. We're hardwired to have something for us to go for, and it's more than just a paycheck. And so I took it upon myself like 3.5 years ago to actually start understanding and wanting to be more involved in how men think and how to get more men involved in the actual workplace, but not just in the workplace, but get more involved in their life. And what I found out is that me personally, like most men we're never taught to talk. We're never taught how to express anything. We're just
Nope.
taught just to work and live. So I was like, okay, well, how can I break that barrier? And what I found out is your life, your everyday living, and how they see you is the way you can speak to them without words. And how you live and how you do your job and how you live your life and how you do your everyday task at your work, they'll see it and be like, man, I like that dude's life. I like the way he's doing things. Like, you know
And
what?
you know
Yeah,
what's
I'm gonna go
funny?
and talk to him. I'm gonna
And you
ask
know
him.
what's funny? You know what's funny? You also have people that see that and want to fuck it up for you.
Yeah,
You have people that see how good you're doing, see how nice they are, see how you're doing, and they want to attack it because for some reason that's not, you shouldn't be happy, or or they, or someone, a stranger could be like, you know what, that dude's way too fucking loving
I,
life.
I've
You
I've
know what I
literally
mean?
had
Like,
a center manager tell me that my positivity was too toxic and that I needed to turn it down because
what
some
the
of the
fuck?
men it was too uncomfortable for some of the men in the workplace.
Damn.
Yeah,
Fuck no. For me, as long as you're positive, that's the first time I'm
yeah,
hearing
bro.
some shit. For
And
me,
it was
like
it
if
was
I hear that, they fucking finally,
it
at
was
least
it
they're
was
not being
sad.
fucking talked to.
It was
Like
pretty
shit.
sad. I mean, it was sad just because those men were having a really bad time, and they would just when it came down to it, were never really taught from their kids or their childhood of how to deal with actual being positive. They were so
So,
conditioned of being one way, and it just started affecting them.
all right.
And so I
So,
took it upon myself, like, nope, I'm gonna do what I can to actually get into this person, and I did.
so,
I,
so, Jimmy, I know, you're Garcia, and we come from Spanish and Mexican descent, and we come from that. Our parents are our dads are, they don't we never saw them show a feeling. I
Or
don't know. For
emotions.
for me for me growing up, my father was a, you're Mexican man, and it was, he didn't cry, and the last time I saw him cry, his mom died.
yeah,
And it was that, you didn't have emotion. You know, I think the only time he told me he was proud was, it was, hey, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that was it. Like, it was, we come from I come from a background where it was, you didn't hear, hey, I'm proud of you, because you were working and doing so much to try to get that.
yeah,
Like, I never got that growing up, but I work hard enough to where if somebody ever told me, hey man, we're proud of you, bro, I'm like, I'm not gonna believe it because I was never instilled to hear that.
yeah,
Like, it was about, you're working hard, you got to do what you got to do, go to work every day, knock shit out. You don't take a day off. You rest when it comes time. And you
Rest
do
yeah,
when
what
you
you got to
die.
do.
yeah.
Hey,
It was
and
hard. It's
but that's
yeah.
the
That
thing.
was that's probably the well, not the, but that's the way of life in the blue collar. How so many men are conditioned that way, and
Yeah.
then when and they'll just break, and then when they break, it's pretty bad and stuff. So I took it upon myself to get myself off of that track of life and start really advocating and wanting to be a different man, not just for myself, but for other men to see, like, you know what, like this dude's doing the same type of work I'm doing, but man, he's just like his whole aura is different. Like, why can't I be that way? And then, they come talk to me or they would hang around me enough to where like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing different. And it's not really, it's not, I change anything. It's like I shifted. I shifted. I'm still going the
Yep.
same path. I'm just going in a different track in a different way. I shifted my how I think and how I see things. Like
And
even
that's
my bad
and
day is
with
a good day.
with all that, and building your company and doing, the Mean Mug Pistons, because each one is your emotion, your feeling, you're putting your heart and soul into that, and you're trying to give a piece of yourself to someone in that artwork.
No.
Is it harder to back away emotionally when you finish a piece and you're like, you know what, I'm this is one custom piece and I'm sending it out to somebody
Yeah.
who's going
Everyone.
through a rough time or
Every
something of that nature.
I said the last year and a half, the last 2 years of me making them 2020, like 2025, 2024 and 2025, I got more emotionally attached to my artwork. Like, because, like I got injured at work in December of 2024. So all of 2025, I didn't work. I was out on workman's comp. So it allowed me to get more connected into my actual artwork mentally and physically. So when I was making them, when I was done with them, I was like, man, I don't want to ship it. Like I put so much into it. Like
Right.
it was really a part of me. Like me being injured and me being home and me doing my artwork, it really allowed me to to pour and feel so much into it to where I was like, man, now I got to give it away. Now I got to ship it. I'm like, so everyone. So if no, I'll be honest. Like everyone that I do, everyone that ship out, I'm like, I get a little sad because I'm like, damn, like, and I'm like, all right. I put, I committed anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours, even 12 hours of my time and emotion and feeling and and everything into this, and now I have to release it. Like I have to give it to the person that paid for it
Oh, I
because at
get
the end
it.
of the day, it is an artwork.
It's like a
At
kid.
the end of the day, it's just an art piece for these people.
Toolbox. No, toolbox. Oh, I don't want to take it to work. I don't want to take it to work. I
No.
would much rather have my tool. So I bought a toolbox from
Someone.
someone on Facebook.
Marketplace.
No,
Yeah.
someone you knew.
No, it was on Facebook.
on
It was on
Facebook.
Marketplace. I paid $200 for an 8-drawer. What the fuck is it? It starts with a C.
Craftsman.
Cornwall.
Cornwell. Cornwell toolbox. Black, nothing fancy.
All banged up.
Nope. Nothing to write home about. It's a toolbox.
Now it's all.
Now it's grabber green.
Neon green.
It's grabber green with blue flake all over it, and
Oh.
my signature tag is Alberto. So it's got Bart Simpson doing a spray tag, fucking Alberto on the back, and everybody's like, "Oh, when are you gonna bring it in? Oh, when are you gonna bring it in?" I'm like, "It'll get here when it gets here." And I
Yeah.
think
No,
it's
you
been
started
like
the
a
front.
month and a half.
He just doesn't want to.
I don't want to take it.
there.
I don't want to take it to work because
Yeah.
it's just mine. You know what I mean? I don't want to share it with anybody. I don't want nobody to.
He knows that everybody's going to walk by and make an excuse to go over there and
Yeah.
get in trouble to go talk to him.
I'll send you some pictures. I just messaged you on Instagram. I'll send you some pics
Okay.
after the show. All that fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Dude, like dude,
I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. You know,
this
you,
is-
you do this art, and then you have to send it off, and it's. I mean, shit.
Sending it off. It's your toolbox.
Yeah, it's still my
No, I
toolbox,
know, but
but
it's-
I'm still sending it
it's
off.
artwork.
It's leaving here. Like it's an art piece.
So you're putting the same
Yeah.
artwork on front and back now.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to.
okay,
Yeah,
so
art. I've learned that art. Me being an artist and me sending my art pieces, like it's when you are an actual a artist that actually sells stuff, and you actually people buy it and stuff. It's an extension of you. Like it's an extension
Yeah.
of who you are, because of what you put into it and stuff. And and I can say in my experience that if I'm having a bad day mentally or emotionally, that really bad, or I'm having a really bad like day of like with urges and just my
Oh, yeah.
addictions are kind of messing me up, that I won't do artwork. Like I really listen to my inner self and how I really
Yep.
feel that day. And if I am like off, I won't touch my
Yep.
artwork. I won't make anything because it'll show in my art. It'll show the bad quality. And then
Yep.
if I try doing it, I'll end up messing it up. And then I'll try to come back the next day and try to correct it, and it'll just be worse. And then I have to start all over. And I'm like, you know what? My wife be like, and then then my wife,
I get it.
she knows me. If anybody knows me, she does. So she'll be like, so I'll come home from work and she'll just be like, "You had a bad day," and I was like, "Yeah." So it's like, "So you're not gonna go in the garage?" I'm like, "No." It's like, "Okay, like, don't go in because I don't want you."
Yep.
My wife knows now and understands that if I'm not feeling it,
Yep.
Camera
it won't
profession
come out
said,
good, and she doesn't want me to produce bad quality.
So my old lady,
profesh.
camera
If
profesh.
he comes so mad, I tell him to take a fucking nap.
Yep.
Let's lay down.
Yeah.
He's
No.
gonna want to take a nap anyway.
No,
but
I mean, on a normal day, like, all right, cool. I'm out working in the heat. Like, I'm already beat. Like, I'm already riding home in the AC. I'm already
Yeah.
tired. Like, shit.
I
Fuck.
already know he's
AC
mad.
feels
Come on,
good.
nap.
Yeah,
Walk in the house, the AC feels better. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, we taking
Yeah.
a nap.
We're cuddling and we're
But
taking a
then
nap.
there's other days where I'm like, all right, cool. I've been out in the heat. I'm like, nope. All right, cool. This is what I want to do. I want to go work on the mini truck. I want to go
Yeah.
work on my toolbox. I want to do some.
yeah.
I wanna do
I
something.
always
Keep yourself occupied.
I tell men and or women too that when I do talk to them, like like I advocate so much for artwork or doing anything to where you can tap into your artistic side in your mind because everybody has some artistic in them. It's just you having to have the willingness to do it, not wanting to do it, the willingness. Like we all got willing to do
Oh
something,
yeah.
whether it's build a lowrider, build or whatever this and that's all part of art because you're actually having to tap into a part of your minds where you have to be
Oh
artistic. You
yeah.
have to figure this out,
Yeah.
and when you
You
can do
have to
that,
be
it
free.
allows like when you actually start tapping in, it actually releases like serotonin and stuff to where it calms you down, it relaxes you,
It's
and
a
does all
high.
that stuff. So I'll always push
It's
for
a high.
artwork for anything.
It's pretty much like
It no.
a high. It's like a runner's high.
It's like a high, but it's not. It's just it's one of those things you just have
It's a
to be.
dopamine. It's
Yeah.
probably one of the best dopamine. So I like I said, I was an addict. So I was a huge drug user, and
Yeah.
I was good at it. I was good at getting high, and I can tell you right now, my artwork and doing artwork is probably the best dopamine that I can ever get
Yeah.
closest or even better than actually doing a substance.
Oh yeah.
Oh
No.
wow.
No. In all reality, like tapping into his thing, like it's for me. It's all right. Cool. I'm building fucking a whole mini truck. It
Yeah,
was 4x4 fucking in February, and now it's
Yeah.
going to the ground, and it's gonna be bagged and bodied. That's my high. I have the toolbox. I have my mini truck. I have my old lady's mini truck. I have your mini truck. I have Wes's fucked off car hunt thing. It's a high.
We got the roller. His
Yeah.
roller.
yeah,
It's a roller. It's a roller.
it's a high that you chase, but you have to figure out how to reposition the chase from a high.
We're all chasing that
You're,
one.
you're
We're all
not, chasing,
chasing
you're
that
not
big
chasing
hit.
the high anymore. You're
We're
not
chasing
looking
that
for
hit.
what's going to get
Yeah.
you
You're-
that high.
yeah,
you have to figure
you're
out
chasing
how
the
to
hit.
get that.
yeah.
How to keep that hit going.
that sober.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah,
it's just
how to
so
keep the
yeah,
hit going.
it's all like so. What I've done is, I've like I said, I was an addict for so many years, and I would do whatever I could to stay high and find ways to do, just continue to be high. So when I got clean and sober, I just flipped it. I wanted to do what I can to not stay high, and I had to figure out a way to find a good dopamine. And at the early stages, I worked. I thought my work was my way out, so I pushed everything into my being a better body man and being the company or corporate body man and stuff, and which I was like a company man. But then as I got, into later years, and then I found another dopamine was powerlifting, and then powerlifting led me into actual artwork, and now I'm here and stuff. So
Right on.
don't, don't mind the faces that he makes. It's just a lot of your shit is hitting hard for me with a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
it's hitting on all fucking 12 cylinders for him, and he's not going to admit it. He won't admit it right now.
Yeah.
After we get off the podcast and all
We'll
this
talk
fun
about it for a
shit,
minute.
and we have a couple more beers, it's going to solidify a little bit more. It's going to hit a little harder, and yeah.
It's yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the best part that I like about for you is like you chased him to get him on the podcast.
But it was a whole.
No, it's not the whole getting him on the podcast. This is something that your subconscious chased, and now it's gonna be perfect for you to
As
figure out where you
therapeutic.
need to go therapeutic into next week.
Yeah.
That's what I hate to love.
Therapy.
Therapy by Mean Mug Pistons.
I hate to
Mean
love
Mug
that for
Pistons.
you, but it's gonna really kind of change your tone. We work together.
There's
So,
gonna be a lot of
work
change
together.
in tone after this.
I'll tell you right now, my homeboy, my DMs are always open. Like if you're having a bad day or whatever, just shoot me a message. And
I already did.
And if it gets to the point to where, you really want to talk, I'll be more than happy to give you my phone number. Like
I already
my olive branch is always out for men.
well,
no matter what race or what
and
color.
that's why off screen.
Yeah,
well,
we'll
on
talk a
screen,
little bit
off
about
screen.
off screen.
I already reached out to you on Instagram. I already messaged you the whole 9 yards. So after you're off screen, shoot me a message, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll keep in touch the whole 9 yards, all that, and yeah.
But-
see, he's already thinking. He's already
Which is good.
processing.
You know what, and that's good. That's what I want. That's what I go for with, working with men or dealing with men is like I want your gears to go in your head to figure out, okay, like what do I got to do now? Like, and I'll do whatever I can. I'll do whatever I can in my power to try to get you to see the potential and to get you to go farther.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Yeah,
asking
it's
for
just-
recognition. I don't even want, to be a shout out or nothing. I just want to know that you're going to choose you today. That's it. Because not the end of the day, but tomorrow or today,
Yeah.
you only have the day to choose. That's it. Like every day
Yeah.
we get to choose, and we have to choose for today because whatever you choose today, that's it. Like tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Definitely.
That's not.
Definitely.
So tomorrow, if you do
It's
wake
not.
up, you have one thing to do, and it's your free will to choose what you want to do that day, and that's it. Don't worry about Saturday. Don't worry about Sunday. You just gotta
Right.
worry about the day you wake up, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
And just focus on that day only, because if
Oh,
you're
wow.
blessed to get the next day, you choose again what you want to do. That's it. That's all you got to do. Stop worrying. Tomorrow already has its worries as it is, so why even bring it into today? Just worry about today. That's it.
It's a good
I
way
like
of
that
putting
one.
it.
Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's already got
Sorry,
stories.
yeah.
Don't bring it into today.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's
I
a good
like
one.
that one.
That's a good one.
That is a
That's it.
fucking
I mean,
great
and
one.
that's how. I mean, it's really that simple, but it's hard for some men to comprehend it because they were never taught. They were never taught and conditioned to have the mental capacity to hear it. And like, there's sometimes when I talk to men, I have to really like learn how to talk to them because I know for a fact that if I say things, they'll hear it, but they won't listen to it. And a lot of men only hear things, they don't
Absolutely.
listen. And so whoever you're dealing with, they have to be really patient, not just with you, but they have to be patient with the person you want to become. And that's the biggest thing for men, especially for y'all three or just you. Like I know every man wants to be a certain type of man in life and be better. And they get so mad and angry because I don't know why I'm not doing it. Why I'm not making the money. Well, the reason why is because you're not being patient with the person you wanted to become. You've never been that person. So that's why you're getting mad. But if you learn to be patient because you're becoming somebody, your life will be better. So just be patient for the person you want to become with. That's
Oh,
it.
Great advice.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, that was good.
Great
Yeah, man.
advice.
That's what it is when it comes to.
Right there.
Yeah, it's deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It paves the way, but at the same time, it's like, it. When you get to that point, and you've done everything you've done, and you feel that no matter what you do, there's no one there to reach out to. No matter how many friends you got, you still feel alone and you can't reach out to certain shit. But you feel that, what, like, I gotta handle it, I gotta try my best to do it myself, and then you fail at it, and then you feel like, all right, cool, I don't know what else to do. Like, that's when you sit back and you look at, like, all right, cool, like how you said, you got to look at it in the big picture, like how can you be a better person, or how can you improve, and not get into a dark place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know your artwork has saved you from that, and helped you out to get to be a better person, and you're, you know keep yourself focused on what you're doing, but it's hard when you have people that, when you have negativity and people, like, want the best for you, but they don't want the best for you, and you try to figure out, like, all right, cool, how can I be better when people want me to be not that person, or people hope that I don't make it, or hope that I don't get to where I'm at, or hope that I don't achieve my goals, but yet they're like, hey, we'll give you a hand to get to the goal, but we'll give you a hand if it works out in a different prosper of another hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they always say, don't
Mhm.
bite the hand that feeds you, but at the same time, you're giving your hand out so much that you feel there's nothing left for you to give anymore
Yeah.
when you reach out, and your hand is getting slapped, and you're like, fuck, I can't reach that ledge anymore.
Yeah.
That ledge it's slipping little by little, because you feel inside that there's nothing there. You can have everything in the world, you can have everything around you, but you feel inside that that ledge is falling slowly,
Yeah.
because you're trying your best, you're doing your best, you're trying to achieve a goal, but no matter what, you grew up in a sense that you have to have someone tell you that it's okay, that you're making it, to be okay, before you fall off the ledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a sense of, you have everything, you're doing everything right, but you're falling off the ledge because there's no validation that somebody's telling you, hey man, they didn't tell you that they're proud of you, but they're telling you, hey man, we see what you do, you're rocking it, you're doing your best. It's
Yeah.
okay to be proud of yourself, but not have somebody be proud of you, even though you never found that validation throughout your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's being the sense that your art saved you. A lot of other stuff has saved many people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Drawing, working on stuff. Building computers. Like, doing many things. Everybody has a hobby that saved them.
Yeah.
But when you feel that your hobby can't save you, what else do you do when your hobby isn't what's going to save you anymore? Like,
You,
what do
you
you
want the
do
answer
when
to
it's
that?
not there?
You want the answer to that?
Yeah.
I'll give you the answer. My answer is God. God did that for me. And I know we don't. I know I'm not trying to get into that, but
No, it's okay.
there's a point, and there's a point in every person. Or how can I put this? There's a point in the experience that I've gone. I've been there, that ledge, and the best thing that I did was let go, because rock bottom taught me the best thing ever in my life. Was that when you finally stop. Hold on. So when you finally stop the of trusting the expectations of humans, and start knowing that no matter what humans are doing, you'll never fulfill the expectations of humans, ever. Whether it's your wife, whether your mom, dad, grandma, you will never fulfill the expectations of them. But the only expectation that you can fulfill is yourself. You can expect yourself to get your ass back up, to get your ass to know what you need to do, and the only person that you can always count on to have expectation is God. Because at the end of the day, when you're by yourself, the only person you can talk to is God. I did that. I did that 17 years ago. And dude, it's been hell. But you know what, bro? So I'll say this. I prayed for everything I got right now, but I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But I'll tell you this right now: I'd rather be tired where I'm at now than be tired where I was 17 years ago.
Oh wow.
So if you're on that ledge and you know whatever, there's two things:
Oh yeah.
let go and stop redrawing the damn boundary line. You have a boundary where you want to do. You have a boundary where you don't want people to be doing things to you. Stop redrawing it. Just draw it once and that's it. And stop having the expectation of people being whatever and just have the expectation of you doing good for yourself. And I guarantee you, once you start doing good for yourself, everything else around you will start repelling and you'll start attracting the stuff you need for your life.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And that's it.
Hell yeah, man. Fucking dude. No, it's good because we can talk about that, and and it shows because his artwork and that piston is what's paving the way to continue to do what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
My
something
my
that
my, my
that has
me mugs
made
is
it
just the icebreaker for men to talk.
nice.
That's what it really is. Like I've used my Mean Mug Pistons to get me indoors that I couldn't get in before without having it. Like right now. Like
Oh yeah.
if I didn't have this Mean Mug Piston, we wouldn't have talked. I wouldn't be here
Yeah.
conversating with you
True.
gentlemen
Yeah.
at all.
That is true.
I wouldn't be sitting here having just really amazing
Yeah, the conversation. Yeah,
conversation about
the
stuff
deep.
and like that if it wasn't for this artwork. The artwork just gets me in the door, and once I'm in, we have the conversation or we have the moment in
Like
life
we
that we
did,
need
like
to
we're
have.
doing right now.
Yeah,
Where it's not
that's it.
only it's men's mental health, but it's us being okay that what we all have a hobby that's keeping us and making us be okay to be out there. You know what I mean? To
Yeah,
live life. Yeah.
yeah,
So you know what I mean? It takes so much to live your life and be okay with a lot of things, when your hobby, when you hope that it pays for what it's doing.
yeah.
Oh well, fuckface says, I found that hookers always brighten my day, dude.
Yeah.
We
Sorry.
no, but it's a better light because holy shit, dude, I love hookers. I negotiate with them so much,
Yeah.
dude. If
Have you
I'm
had a
telling
hooker?
you, you got it.
You had a
Yeah,
hooker?
yeah. I'm straight
Back
hookers.
on the ranch, man.
Trust me,
What you got to
dude.
negotiate
Oh no,
with those hookers?
off the fucking ranch.
Off
Oh
the
no, I
ranch.
have heard
We
so
got
much about Moses'
real
after
quick,
hours.
real quick. I'll give you all this little insight.
Oh
We got really deep. You got to admit, we got really deep, right?
yeah.
He's
But the
fine.
universe
No,
sometimes will
my
see we got
sure.
the universe will see us that we got too deep and will send a distraction to take us off. So don't forget everything we talked about. The hookers
No,
and
no,
stuff,
no.
that's the
Yeah.
distraction to get us back on the ranch, which is great. I'm glad we had our moment. I love it. Now let's get back on the ranch and let's let's finish the ranch walk.
I love him.
I
All right.
love that. That's
I
awesome,
love
man. It's
him.
awesome. It's awesome.
Shit.
Shit, dude, we're
But
gonna.
no, FYI, I hit you up on Instagram. Message me on Instagram.
He already sent you some messages,
Yep.
so yeah,
I got you.
you know
Man,
what I mean. Like, yeah,
I
it's
appreciate you guys, man.
and
I could talk all night, but honestly, I have to
oh,
get back.
that.
I
No,
have to work in the
So you
morning.
know what?
No, he's saying
it,
good night.
it,
Okay, and
it,
I'm gonna say
it's
thank you.
it's one.
It's about that time for him. And you know what? Before you go, shoot your Spotify. Give a shout out to where they can find you at.
Shop.
Shopify.
Shopify.
Yeah.
Shopify.
So my Shopify account is strictly for my merch and my merchandise.
Okay.
All the hats, hoodies, shirts, all that stuff. And if you actually want an actual your own custom made Mean Mug Piston, you have to actually direct message me personally, whether on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. That's the only way you can actually get an actual Mean Mug
Actual
Piston. And
piston.
you'll actually
Okay.
speak to me directly. You won't be speaking to anybody else. You're not gonna be speaking to an automated message. You actually speak to me directly if you actually want to get the actual information and order one and stuff.
Nice.
Mean
Hell
Mug
yeah.
Pistons.
Yeah,
Hell
and
yeah,
then the name
man.
is
Well,
me, and it's Me Mug Piston across the board, on Facebook,
on all
TikTok,
platforms.
Instagram,
Okay.
what
Yeah.
Threads and stuff like that. That's it's all across the board. There's only one Me Mug Pistons, and it's me. There's
Go
nobody
ahead.
else.
Okay.
Is it piston or pistons?
Pistons.
Plural.
Then S.
That's what I thought.
Plural.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
She's gonna post it right now. Okay, I want to thank Jimmy for give us some piston talking
Yeah.
about his beautiful artwork and men's mental health because we all need
It. Oh shit! No, we're in July.
what?
We're in July.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Did-
No, I
We
know.
don't need. We can talk about men's mental
Yeah, I
health
know.
even in
It
July.
was-
Any day you want.
Any day. But guys, if
On the
you
rant.
go right now, it's the pre 4th of July. And we have Jimmy online right now. And you go to Shopify, you can go on Mean Mug
Any platform.
Pistons on any platform. If you want a custom made piston, you message him personally and he will get you going.
On any of his mean mugs.
And right now, before we end the podcast, this is the big announcement, guys. We are. You don't want to do it?
No, I was telling her no.
Oh, all right, guys. This is the big announcement. We have Jimmy on, and Jimmy, this is the big announcement we have. Right now, we are going to have. We're going to say a little bit goodbye down the road on what day?
End of the
28th.
month.
Near the end of the
29th.
month.
29th.
29th.
Oh, we
The
can
29th.
forever.
The 30th.
So the
The
30th,
30th of July.
the 30th of July, guys, will be
The
our
only way
last
you're going to watch it is
YouTube.
YouTube or TikTok.
You're
So
gonna put the podcast on
after, and if you want to tune in, we will have we will post it on our Facebook page, and you can go over to our.
You can click
YouTube
on it
page.
and go
TikTok.
to there.
That's our big announcement, and we will be moving
We're moving sites. Sorry,
sites,
guys.
and we are going to be moving to a new time, and that's going to come in the next announcements on the next
2 weeks.
Thursday
Next couple.
2 weeks.
from now.
Next couple.
We
No,
will,
2 weeks.
we will
We're
let
going
you
to decide
know,
on it in the next 2 weeks.
and
It's not
we
set
will.
in stone.
It's not set in stone, but we will switch into a new time,
Could
and
be
we
3,
will.
could be 4, could be 5, could be 6.
But we're
Our
coming.
time.
We're coming at you with a lot of new stuff, a lot of new things. Keep an eye on it. We want to thank Jimmy Garcia at Mean Mug Pistons. Go to Shopify. Go check them out. On behalf of me, Holy Moses, Honda West, and the Braided Beauty, and Mr. fucking Jimmy right there.
Hold on. And
Appreciate you guys.
happy 4th of July, guys.
Happy 4th of
Stay
July!
safe.
Yeah.
Have fun and stay safe.
Don't keep all your fingers. Keep all your fingers. All right, Jimmy.
And who?
The Bearded Beauty.
No.
And Jimmy.
Camera profesh.
And
you're
Camera
an asshole.
Profesh. Sorry, Camera Profesh. I'm Camera Profesh in the
And
background.
sprinkles. All right, Jimmy.
We'll see you, man.
Thank you
Y'all
so
take
much.
care,
Love
Thank
you.
you very much.
Talk to you soon.
All right, buddy.
All right, take
later.
it easy.
Bye.